just be scholarship youth at a rich ass school, and it might, that might be his thing.
I'm so sorry. I actually never went live. Hello, everybody. So, it's fine.
Well, I'm not doing it again. So
no, we got you. We got you. Bless your heart, love. I got you. Everything else, though, fuck.
Listen, in real life, I'm insufferable. My characters, I'm acting. I'm acting humble and low key.
I didn't think it'd be this stuffed. I've streamed like 3 times before.
Yeah, I'm playing Santos, mechanic, monkey.
That's it. That's all you need to know. I'm sorry. I'll do the summary. Alan, Papa, is playing Aurelius.
I am not.
Aurelius.
Let's be clear. I am not Poppy.
Poppy.
You could be. I've met Dominicans with blonde hair, blue eyes. Like, I'm just saying, man. Like,
no, I will not be Poppy. I cannot do that.
Just say the word.
Feels like a state of mind, honestly.
Island vibes. Big island vibes.
Big island vibes. Yeah. Sorry about that. We'll make it happen.
The island is the British Isles.
The British Isles. Yeah, the most tropical and relaxing place.
So wrong.
Alan is playing Dominic, codename Nemesis. Mallory, I'm sorry I didn't actually recorded, is playing Sierra, codename Raven. Self-proclaimed Moldoth with a lot of problems. Yeah. Stuffed. It's for
all
pay.
Self-prescribed.
All self-prescribed. Slightly Tondriac. Minor Tondriac. Alright. Well, now that I'm actually up, Dale.
Hey, that's me. I'm Dale. I am playing Garrett, codename Jester. Garrett is a bookworm who also is about 6'5" and looks like he does deadlifts in his sleep.
King.
Absolute amazing.
What I aspire to be.
Just fucking yoked. One day.
Bookworm that looks like they did deadlifts in their sleep.
I can't get like Clark Kent out of my head whenever you talk about him. Just absolute halting farm bullet glasses. Excellent. And I'll be your game master for this game. We're playing Lancer, as I mentioned before I started going live. Custom campaign I've been writing. Mostly player driven. I'm very excited to see where this goes. Is everybody good and ready?
Yes.
Okay, lovely.
Yeah.
Let me click some buttons. Oh, there's so many buttons. Players, pilots, you have journeyed far across this arm of the galaxy for one reason or another, but mainly the purpose is to attend the school. This school is the next stage of a pilot's life. In order to be called a Lancer, in many cases, sometimes it's skills of feat, achievement, or merit. Sometimes it's a title that's bestowed. And sometimes it's an institution that trains you and teaches you to hone your own skills to become what is known across the galaxy as a Lancer. Mech pilots of incredible skill and legendary renown who perform feats on a daily basis that would defy expectation. One of such school is the Valkyrie, a floating metaship that crosses the galaxy's arm, picking up students and training them in the ways of mech combat and some of the skills that a pilot themselves has. As burgeoning Lancers, your characters are, and you're larger than life, unique. There's something special about you that's drawn you or had the Valkyrie drawn to you, meaning that your story is about to begin. You are all sitting together on this massive shuttle, this hulking iron ship that's drifting through space as you drop out of warp, and you slowly see this grand ship come into sight. This thing would be the size almost like a small moon, almost flat and oblong, but sleek white build. You can see hollow domes sort of projecting over a courtyard in front with vibrant greenery, and you see that there's a flotilla of smaller ships that flank the Valkyrie itself. you have this opportunity as you're sort of walking around and you look out the port side windows that you see a number of other prospective students around the deck of the ship itself. You have the chance to talk to some of them. You see a couple interesting characters. There's someone in like a full like medieval princess dress. There's someone who's absolutely about to like burst out of this black tank top. Like, it's insane how wide he is. It's comparable to Garrett, but not quite. There's this sort of short figure decked in head to toe in like black and purple garb with their face covered. And then there's a man standing in full, what you would assume to be plate armor of some kind, holding a spear as he's like staring solemnly out the window. And there's also a sort of tall blonde man with glasses arguing with someone about neither here nor there. If you would like to talk to one of these characters, I'll give you a cookie. If you don't want to, we'll go on with the rest of the story.
I would like to, like, I don't want to interrupt anything. I'm like, sorry, I just had this experience yesterday. I'm like coming into a new space. I have never been here before, and I want to talk to the person that is designated to talk to for people who are lost and confused and have like a where am I going look on their face. So I'm like looking for like a receptionist or secretary or like a tour, or like fucking, like I'm just like overwhelmed by all that's happening.
You see the tall man that's sort of argumentative. You do recognize him as like one of the like a sophomore, I guess it would be called in this universe.
Mm-hmm.
He is the designated guide for this group class. He's currently like, sounds like he's debating with somebody, but he was the person you were directed at, like, this man, if you have questions.
I would like to kind of like I'd like to enter into the circle that he's debating with, and just kind of like politely like wait, like arms crossed. I'm just like being polite, waiting my turn, and so I like kind of want to hear what's going on, what's picking up, but like I'm making myself known and like visible.
Yeah. The gist of it is this man is very clearly talking about his pedigree, and he's sort of drilling other students on like, why are you at the academy? Like, what's your family name? What is your gross annual income? What do your parents do? And it's just that conversation for each person. And he comes around to you and he's like, what's going on, freshie?
And I'm just like staring almost straight up at him, and I'm like, where do I go to sleep?
After initiation, kid, we've got a couple minutes and we dock. We'll get you through the initiation. You'll do fine. Just don't die. And then, that's what you'll get assigned your dorms after that. Don't worry about it. Unless you don't pass initiation, then you'll have to figure it out yourself.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. What's your name, freshie?
My like real name, or I wrote a code name on the form, but I don't know when I'm supposed to start using it.
You should get used to it now. Names are you won't get in trouble, but you might get spoken to. It's like a security thing. Got it.
Monkey, nice to meet you. And I like extend a like furred, like bare hand, but fur, like heavy, thick fur on the back.
He takes your hand and he actively tries to crush it in his grip, like the normal bro thing to establish dominance.
Yeah. I know I'm not stronger than this guy, so I like let him crush me for a little bit, and then so whenever he wants to like figure out he's the alpha, when he slides away, I want him to feel my thick calluses, and I wanted to scrape him up. So like I'm gonna let him win the first round, and then I'm just gonna like dig into him when he thinks he's like won.
He grasps your hand, and he fully leans his shoulder to him. He's like, Nero, come find me if you need anything. As you let go, you sort of like drag your hand across it. He's like, ugh. All right then. And he shakes it off.
Yeah.
Well,
Nero, this is what poor people hands feel like.
Ugh. Sorry. Anyways, I've got other people to talk to, so if you've got problems, don't find me. Bye, kid.
I like him. I will not be finding him.
All right. You can take one cookie, which can be exchanged for goods and services. Anyone
Ooh.
else? Would you like
Oh.
to communicate with any of these characters, or would you like to progress with life?
Is this a conversation that we all would have heard?
Yeah. No, it's not quiet. This ship is small enough that it's sort of like you're in a cafeteria. You can overhear it if you're listening in. There's like 50 or so
Gotcha.
people on
Okay.
the shuttle.
Would Dom have clocked? Sorry. Would I guess I should use Nemesis instead of Dom.
He
Nemesis
named
have
himself
clocked-
Nemesis.
Yeah, that's his call sign.
He's so evil.
I hate this guy.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
So
Would Nemesis have clocked Nero as like a somewhat of a like leader of sorts? In the sense of like, I like the way you described him. He seemed like an orientation leader.
yeah,
of
he's
a
like
sort.
orientation leader. He says he's a sophomore, and he's sort of like got the confidence about him. But like half the people on this ship seem to be some sort of nobility. Some of them you recognize, and it's sort of like some sort of pedigree. They're like, and they definitely act like it. But he
Gotcha.
seems to stand out, mostly because he's saying, "I stand out. I'm your orientation leader."
Gotcha. I think I'll make a mental note of that,
Okay, excellent.
but I won't actually interact with the guy. I'm gonna go. I'll just be kind of brooding in the corner.
Broody.
Very, very edgy rogue. No,
Uh huh.
sorry,
Okay, it's fine.
not
We'll
to
deal
fit
with
that. Not to fit the stereotype.
No,
but-
it's fine. Are your arms and legs crossed as you're leaning against the wall, just semi-scowling?
No, I think brooding isn't actually the right word as much as it is kind of sitting with his back against the wall and like leaning back as though he's sleeping, but his eyes are kind of just like half closed as he's trying to pay attention to the people in the room.
Excellent. Does anyone? you do
Which
so.
is not fun to
Sierra?
roleplay.
You absolutely do so, but yeah, you're sort of like perusing the room and you're starting to get a sense of people. You do. The woman in like the sort of like gown, like it's a bright red like gown. It looks really impractical, but her like long ringed blonde hair, she looks very familiar, but you're not quite sure where. Then again, half these people seem to be like some sort of like CEO's child or like a little bit of nepotism going on. It takes one to know one.
Nepo baby.
Nepo babies. There are also like a large mix of people you've never seen, and they definitely look to be on the poorer side, as some might say.
Gross.
Gross. Peasants. All right. Anyone else?
Sierra is definitely not talking to anybody, but like pointedly so. And I think she has like just giant headphones on, like absurdly large, and is sitting next to a window that I imagine has condensation on it just for
Mhm.
effect,
Mhm.
and is listening really loudly in one side of the headphones, so the other side she can like sort of listen and pay attention, but like one side is like really loud evanescence or whatever this equivalent.
No, evidence is
equivalent
still
would be-
around. It never went out of style.
Wake me up! Wake me up, inside! And she's like catching the condensation on the window, like looking very moody.
Okay. Brooding heavily.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You're sort of like, you lean against the window and you're like, just every so often you just take the really, and then see if
Yeah.
anyone notices. No one does. A little
Yeah.
louder. Yeah. Okay.
But also I don't want to talk to anybody.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Someone does try to approach you and you just go, and they're like,
yeah, I like
All right.
pointedly look away.
okay. It is a small ping on your CompCon, your personal tablet, as you see an anonymous message pop up in like the form of like a notification, which is weird. And
Me?
it just says, yeah, it just says, "You have nice taste," and that's all it says.
Nice. Cool.
Anyone else? Garrett, do you do anything, or are you just along for the ride?
You can find Garrett in a chair at the very edge of the room, just sort of flipping through something on his like tablet Compton screen. He is attempting to avoid eye contact with everybody in the room.
God, I've got a party full of fucking introverts.
Yeah.
Dare you? I walked up to a man and talked to him. How
You
dare
did.
you call me?
You are outnumbered 3-1. You're gonna have to drag this party along by the neck.
Hey, not the first time I've had to do that, alright?
Beautiful.
Listen, man,
Do you
just
ever
because some
talk
of us
when
aren't
she
as
has a reason to?
comfortable.
Okay. No, what is Garrett reading? He's sort of like flipping through his book. He takes off his normal glasses, I imagine, put on his reading glasses, just for effect.
This is a book titled Broken Promises by Aster Cross. It is supposedly an autobiography of life on the Cascade Line, although there is debate by people who would say that the author was actually a recluse and the entire book is a work of fiction.
Damn. What is Garrett's opinions on the matter?
If it's an autobiography, there's a lot of detail. Like, it's obvious that the author is trying to like polish it up and you know, leave out some key details about his life. It's very clear that he's like trying to paint himself as like the person who was in the right in every situation. If it's a work of fiction, this guy's got a very boring imagination.
Damn. That's savage. With your scathing remarks in your head, you all hear over the intercom, "Please buckle up for docking." And you see everyone sort of shuffle to their seats, latch in, as the ship slowly enters the artificial gravity well of the Valkyrie. And you hear with great shuddering starts and stops this as it latches onto the front of the courtyard, and the great doors open up, and you see within the artificial gravity and the atmosphere the Valkyrie, shining almost pseudo-marble white pillars, a beautiful courtyard full of artificial trees of a species you don't recognize, and the grand hall directly in front of you at the far end. If you can see my lovely artist rendition that I made this morning and last night, it will be graphic designed eventually.
Why is the ship so angry?
Somebody apparently there's there
Do
apparently
we see
was
this in
graffiti.
real time?
Yeah, no, there's graffiti on the ship. You're not really sure
Damn.
where it came from. Somehow graffitied space itself to your left, and it's a little off-putting because you're not sure how the fuck somebody did that. But
When
you can
when
see like some
Dean
janitors like actively trying to scrub out the eyebrows in front of the ship.
when Dean showed us this map, I was like, "Oh, there's a face there," and I added eyebrows.
Incredible.
I like it.
But yeah. Yeah, they're actively trying to clean everything off. But no, you dock and you begin to step off the ship. The air is like crisp and warm. It feels like a refreshing day, depending on like where you're from, but for us it'd be like spring, late spring. As you step off the ship, this happens to all of you. You feel heavy in your arms, heavy in your legs, and your mind sort of feels like it stutters and stumbles, and then you collapse to the ground. Your vision is swimming, and you feel your breath catch and nearly stop for a second, and the only sound that you hear beyond the blood pounding in your ears is distant footsteps and creaking, groaning sounds of wood straining and bark cracking. In that instant, as you're sort of like catching your breath and your vision swimming, you feel, Garrett, you feel an arm on your shoulder, and it's like someone pulls you up and says, "Hey, kid, you okay?"
No. What the hell happened?
You look like you're on a bit of a bender. Have you been drinking and flying?
Through
There's not a rule
the,
against that if you're curious, but like, just use
through
a water.
through the haze in my vision, do I see like has everybody else around collapsed? Like everybody who got off the ship?
Everyone but you four. Or sorry, everyone else has left and has sort of moved towards the orientation hall, being led by Nero. But the four of you are sort of like stun locked, and everyone else, those four seem to be in a similar state of stupor.
Garrett just kind of like balls his fists and tries to push himself up,
Whoa
like
there, big guy, steady.
into a standing position.
You do so, and you're a little unsteady, but it quickly fades, and what felt like red vines like creeping around your vision sort of fades, and you feel like nothing ever happened. You feel perfectly fine.
The ship just smells funny. That's all.
Yeah, they don't clean those. It's pretty bad. You see this like tall woman with like long red hair. She's like sort of looks at you and she's like, "But if you do need a drink, come find me. I'm told it helps. It helps me if you're interested. But don't worry about it. You should get to orientation." And she sort of like stumbles off in a different direction. Looks like the edge of the ship, but she'll probably be okay.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Good to know.
Do the rest of us somewhat come to as well?
Yeah, no. She sort of like looks at the rest of you guys are dating. And she's like, "They're good. You're all good." And then she like totters off. But then after the same thing, it's like after you stand up, it clears. You feel fresh, and it's like nothing ever happened.
Okay.
I think it's
Now,
dumb.
Yes.
Did you all? Did the rest of you also order the spaghetti for the in-flight meal? Is that what this was?
I got the banana foster.
Banana foster.
Listen, I also have
I didn't
the
eat
spaghetti,
anything.
but I've flown a boatload of times, and let me tell you, that pilot's landing was pretty rough. So I think this isn't actually something that is any of our faults. Naturally,
Naturally.
if I were to
Clearly
blame
not my
anyone,
fault.
I would say it's probably the pilot. Quite frankly,
Whoa,
Like I
that's
said.
so good, Alan. I love you.
You make your way, rejoin the group, as you see some other instructors sort of ushering people into the main hall. You do hear like somebody in the crowd like, "That pilot should be fired. He ruffled my goddamn hair."
Oh.
And like this woman going off, like she's like yelling at one of the instructors. It's the red dress woman from before, but they eventually like get her inside the classroom as you enter the main assembly hall.
is there a seat next to her?
Yeah, you take a seat next to her, and
Oh my god.
she looks over and she's like, "Dominic, you've grown. How's the family?"
Oh, as lovely as ever, and may I say, you look quite nice yourself. I
course
hate.
I do.
Listen. I hate to be rude, but you know we obviously meet loads of people throughout our lives. Our parents being as
course.
connected as they are. I've forgotten your name. Would you please
You
share it
tend to
again?
forget many things, don't you?
Ah, well, I
Well,
will
obviously
do
you
my
know who
best
I am,
never
so I won't
to
bring it
forget
up.
again. Obviously. Yes. Well, thanks. Thanks for
I
that.
do tell
See,
you. I've heard, Dominic, that your family's fallen into some hard times. You're dressed rather richly, but can you even afford that these days?
well, I'm not sure who you heard that from, but let me assure you, things are doing just fine in the Aurelian household. Listen, we have some lovely plans cooked up. Maybe
do
sometime you
tell.
could
Are you
swing
about to
by for coffee, something, perhaps.
You spilling
Be happy to share the-
secrets. Dominic,
Well-
you're so naughty.
What's secrets between a few friends?
Of course, and I have a few of my own, perhaps. You know,
Oh,
good business.
Well, I consider me curious.
I'm sure we'll speak again, Dominic.
Well, we are seated right next to each other
She
in
turns
this
away from
orientation.
you, and she, like, faces the screen, and she does not adjust any
Excellent.
further. You see, directly seated next to her is an older man in a butler suit. You don't see anyone else with a butler or a servant of any kind, but there's a
Great.
man in a butler suit right next to her.
Awesome.
Actually, she like
Add that to
she
my
gestures to
goals.
him.
Get a butler.
Yeah, she looks at him. She's like, Marcus, and he's like, "Toss, my lady," and they swap seats, so he's now in between you and her.
Great.
Okay. At this time, you sort of see the lights dim, and a holographic projection of a silhouetted face appears. Pilots, I'd like to welcome you to the Valkyrie. You are here for any number of reasons, but I assume you are seeking skills and knowledge that only our institution can provide. I'd like to welcome you here to the Valkyrie for that reason, and that we may provide with you everything you so seek, and perhaps some knowledge that you don't. Now, who among you knows what it means to be a Lancer? And the pregnant pause hits the room.
After a couple seconds, Monkey, who's like, I don't know if he gets an opportunity to be at the front row, but he's definitely like
You can.
front, like he's definitely closer to the front than he is.
You know how
the
like in
middle.
a classroom that no one sits in the front row, it's absolutely open.
Yeah, so then Monkey like sits in the front row, and he just like raises his hand.
Yes. Codename
It's like-
Monkey.
To do what needs to be done and do it excellently, sir.
That is a definition, yes. Truly a Lancer is whatever you make of it, so I suppose you did marks for that. Either way, no matter what path you choose as a Lancer, we here at the Valkyrie will provide you every tool and means to achieve that. So I'd like to welcome you, pilots. Soon you will begin initiation, and passing initiation, you will be granted the status of Lancer, to which you will be trained, sent on missions, and across the galaxy in order to further your own goals, as well as your fellow students. There are few ground rules at the Academy, and the instructors will go over the majority of them once you are set in your actual teams. But for now, get familiar with your call sign. Names are forbidden on the grounds of the Valkyrie itself, and reserved for private spaces. You will be sent on missions, and you should train as such. You will refer to each other by call sign and call sign alone. For initiation, young pilots, you will be dropped into a nearby remote planet. Your mission will be to secure a relic and secure a partner. When you hit the ground, the first person you make eye contact with will be your partner for the next 4 years. You and your partner will secure a relic. Once you've secured the relic, placing both of your hands on it will allow you to summon your mechs. You will use your mechs to finish the mission, consolidate at the rally point, and evac out. Now mind you, there are more prospective students than there are relics. If you fail to find a partner or a relic, you will not be admitted to the school. If you have further questions, your instructors will provide them. Now, pilots, good luck. And the screen blips out. You see, like, some of the students are like, absolutely like burst into chaos. Some are like, what the fuck you mean? After like FAFSA and the application, I still don't get in, and people are just like a little upset. What are you guys doing at this moment? As he sees the rest of the instructors sort of like ushering people out, and they're just saying like, go outside, we'll explain everything.
think Raven is immediately like sizing up her classmates and being like, which ones do I like aggressively not want to make eye contact with, and who do I want to like try to stand next to?
Mm-hmm. You see some interesting faces.
I think-
Some of the quieter ones. I'm just like, you see like your mix of like jocks, preps, nerds. Like, it's a mix such, and you also see a very clear delineation, garb, and like mannerisms of like upper class versus like outer world people.
Yeah, I think Raven is like very much avoiding the upper class people and is like looking for someone who looks like they know how to like work with their hands, because she thinks that will be a good compliment to what she has to offer.
You see, let's see, I'm trying to think of the character list. You sort of clock Monkey as he's walking around, though you don't really know each other, but he's seen dressed in his mechanics garbs, his engineering garbs, so he looks dirty.
Well, and
He
she was
looks-
the one who talked, right?
Yes, he is.
Yeah,
He
I
does-
literally
I
like
think that
I get up and I don't really like interact with anybody. I don't have any friends. I'm not standoffish. I just don't like. I'm
Have
just
friends.
very like in my head right now.
Yeah.
And Monkey's kind of reaction to all of this is like, whatever, it's another roadblock. And he just like begins to he's been wearing his coveralls, but like has just been wearing the bottom half. Now he's just like clicking in the top half on top.
Suspenders.
I
on
think
suspenders.
Raven, having seen that this person is willing to like talk to people, which is something she's not willing to do, and looks like they like work with their hands and like are able to do like more of the like hands-on stuff. I think she like very silently walks up next to Monkey and just like puts a hand on his like forearm and is like, partner. But it's like
Monkey,
not really a question.
You've been chosen.
Monkey
You're being
I've been
rescued. Do not
chosen.
resist.
is this a kidnapping? No. Can I leave? No. No, Monkey just kind of like you put your arm on his shoulder and you say partner, and Monkey just kind of looks back and he just kind of looks at you for a second. Mallory,
To be clear,
what is
I don't think that she can reach his shoulder because I think that
I think
you're
both
quite
short.
tall. I don't remember.
I'm
No, you're
short.
both
Oh no, you're itty bitty.
I'm like
You were
5
like
foot,
equivalent
5'5".
heights. If I recall.
I think I made her 5'1".
Did you make her 5'1"?
What is?
I think I gave her
second
my
best.
height.
Baby?
You're not 5. Are you 5'1"?
She's like 5 something.
Yeah.
She's tiny.
I'm 5'1".
Get doxed.
Get doxed. No, now they know my height.
Yeah,
No!
we're both 5'1".
Um,
That's
kids are
crazy.
fucked.
what is Raven dressed in? I know you've got the headphones, but like, what is your
All
garb? All black,
All black.
That's all.
but
That's
like
it.
nice shiny black, emo black, punk black.
Emo
Leather
black.
jacket.
Like,
Emo.
no, not leather jacket emo. Like, I think she's wearing like black cargo shorts. Or like cargo pants, not cargo shorts. Cargo pants.
Dad
Um,
shorts.
black boots, like Doc Martens. Maybe like a black tank and a like flannel that's like black and white.
Everything's like
I got
slightly
you.
scuffed and ripped up. Like
Yeah,
tasteful
And her
holes.
hair is like long and like obviously dyed black and straightened.
Is it? Does she do
And
like
like
the
really heavy eyeliner.
cover like half her face sort of vibe?
No, not like scene kid.
Oh no.
There's a big difference. I did a lot of research into the difference
Your
between emo,
dramaturgy
scene kid,
skills
and
are
mall goth.
impeccable.
Monkey like looks at you for a second, and he's just kind of like, he doesn't really like look at like your clothes. He's kind of looking at like your eyes, and he like reaches a hand out to shake it.
We shake hands.
We shake hands.
Good.
Cool. He goes, "I'm Monkey." And as he
Raven.
says that, he like whips his tail. He's like, easy to remember.
Raven. And then
He's easy
immediately-
to remember as he
That's enough conversation for the day.
Alright.
Yep.
As
Monkey shrugs. He's like, great.
as you're sort of having this conversation, you are all, as you're walking outside, you see a tall man in what looks to be like a lab coat and like slicked back black hair. He says, "Now, students, I see you are already trying to form partnerships, but that's not quite how this works. For your awareness that you are going to be orbitally dropped into the nearby planet for the initiation location, and that is when the partner will happen. Well,
Mm.
nothing wrong with forming allies this early. Friends are good.
Dean, can we say that I've done significant research and like
Roll me just like a hacker check
do what I-
to see like how
Okay.
much you know. Because some of this is kept close hold. Like you are not allowed to talk about initiation outside of initiation.
what do you want me to roll?
Just a D20. 10 or higher is a pass, like
Okay.
all Lancer checks, unless there's anything triggers.
But you get a plus
But I'm
to
not-
it.
Okay.
You
Because I have
do.
the systems thingy.
No,
systems
'cause-
only applies when you're in your mech. You're just doing a pilot trigger check. So if you have like a stay cool under pressure or like something that applies to
Oh,
historical knowledge, which you might. Or
On your
researching.
sheet, Mallory, on your character sheet,
Mhm.
it's under the pilot narrative tab.
oh, I got it.
And then
Yeah, I have
hacker fix.
Yeah, I have hacker fix and I also have investigate,
Either one works.
which is research a subject or study something in great detail.
Yeah, no, roll. You can apply either of those.
I'm gonna do 8. What do I put accuracy on it or no?
No, not for this one. Just roll me a 20 and then add your bonus. Whoa.
Oh, that's so fun. I have the little.
Yeah. There's also a bunch of like special
Oh,
effects I
right.
don't know how to turn off. And if it starts crashing my computer, we'll deal with that when it comes.
A lot of it is user side, like
Yeah.
like the dice rolling and stuff. If you don't want to see that, go to the farther top right tab where it's got like the little gears icon and go to your settings.
Yeah.
And if you just scroll around in general settings,
No, I
for a little
love
bit,
that.
you'll be able to set some things.
Yeah. Please don't roll
I
more
love
than
that. I just wasn't expecting it.
50 dice at once. That will cause me problems. I'm betting you.
50 D5.
No! Anyways. This was hard to find. A lot of the initiation is like closely kept, but you do know that this is a sort of forest temperate planet that you'll be dropped into, and that you're looking for this year chess pieces. Shamelessly stolen from a show that I watch.
You said
And from
chess.
the last campaign.
And from the last campaign. Don't worry about it.
Chess?
Chess pieces. It's sort of
Okay.
theme. Otherwise, that you know
Hmm.
that. I mean, basically everything that you've been told so far. There's one of 3 locations you can be dropped in for initially, sort of vaguely in those areas.
Is there a way that I can make sure that me and Monkey end up getting dropped in the same location?
Okay. Roll me one more hack check to see if you can
And
finesse it. Yes.
I know that Raven is the one doing these checks, and I don't know if Raven is talking to me about doing these checks, but I also have a +2 to hacker fix, and so if there's anything I could do to assist, or if this is just Raven fucking.
So
I think
Maybe.
this is stuff that I would have done beforehand.
Oh, okay.
that check was.
Never
but if
mind
you're trying
then.
to rig the system now, you'll need to make another check.
Well, I feel like this is like research that I've done. Like I've hacked before we got here. I was like, okay. And now I'm trying to like use that information.
Yes. There's like, I mean, you could use your CompCon to see if you didn't rid the drop sequence. You know there's going to be like pods that you'll be launched out of, and you might be able to adjust the trajectory, but that's something you would need to do now that you're
Okay.
physically on the Valkyrie.
I'm gonna roll a hack.
Okay.
fuck?
You are immediately locked out of the system. But you don't see the error message you expect. You see the same pop-up window that you got before, except this time it says, a little too slow, kid.
Okay. You know what? I think they probably appreciate my gumption, so that's fine. But I relay what I know to Monkey about, like, what we're looking for.
Okay.
Because I want him to trust me, so.
Okay. That being said, I would like each of you to DM me a number 1 through 3. You two can collaborate.
1 through 3.
Oh, we
But
can
no one-
collaborate?
You two, because you've already established. Actually, no, I'm sorry. You failed your hat check. Just pick me a number 1 through 3. Just DM me directly.
No collaborating.
No collaborating. Suffer.
Okay. Tell me.
How
Want us to
exciting.
DM you on Discord or in Foundry?
Discord's fine. Discord's fine.
Disco.
Okay.
Do the hustle.
This will be good. This will be so good.
I don't like that.
My little gamers. The man standing up front sort of addresses you again. My name is Lazarus. I'm the instructor in charge of initiation. Here's what's going to happen, kids. Oh no, my notes. He sort of scrolls through his tablet, which has 4 monitors, and it's really hard to manipulate.
My notes.
My notes.
No.
Oh
You'll be
yes, a
dropped into
copy of the
nearby-
campaign book.
Yeah, you try to look at it, but it's completely censored. There's some sort of like privacy screen on it. This will be your first mission briefing. You better get used to these, because generally this is how things are going to work. Classes, mission briefing, preparation, execution, and then recovery. So, your first mission is as such, and you see a couple other students like pull out notepads or pull out their CompTon and start taking things down. You're going to be dropped into the local forest on the nearby planet via orbital drop pods. These pods are big enough to carry you and a couple personal items and a couple survival things. Within the pods themselves is one security flare. Using this as an SOS will alert and ping the instructors to your location. Use this for life, limb, or eyesight issues, or in the event of near death. However, misuse of this flare will result in termination of your application to the Academy. Within this area, you're looking at numerous ruins, debris. There's a couple crashed spaceships, and there's a couple ancient ruins from civilizations long gone by. Do your best to explore and be thorough looking for your relics, but do not, how do I say, be afraid of working with the terrain, or against it, as it might be. Your mission, again, is to secure a partner. Upon landing, whoever you make eye contact with first will be your partner, and the two of you, or by yourself, must secure a relic. Failure to complete either of those before the timer of 1 hour will result in you being terminated from initiation and the Academy. You have, as of now, and he pulls out his little watch, 1 hour to prepare your mechs, your survival packs, and whatever else you need. You will be directed toward the mech bays where your mech is placed, and you will be given that hour allotted and full use of our engineering bays to prepare yourselves for what may come. You will be expected to possibly engage with other students. As such, your weapons have been replaced with non-lethal variants as to not cause undue stress upon the person. They will still damage their mech, but do it in a less harmful way, and applying these weapons to a human person will not destroy them utterly. It will still hurt, so I do recommend you do not get shot.
Yes. Non-lethal 40 millimeter.
Non-lethal
Very good.
40 millimeter, just a rubber bullet.
Just a
You
flab of a fucking rubber bullet just going straight for your chest.
Yeah. You hit the chest and it sends you flying 20 feet the other way.
Whenever if there's an opportunity to ask for questions, Monkey is waiting for
Yeah.
one.
No, he looks down his notes. Are there any questions?
Monkey raises his hand.
Student Monkey.
So when we drop down, we make eye contact. That's our partner for the mission, our partner for the rest of our time here.
Correct.
So then are we looking for one relic for each of us, or one relic for our party?
One relic per
so to speak.
pair.
Thanks.
Are there any other questions?
What happens if... Oh, never mind. I actually don't have another question.
He sort of scans the room. Well then, pilots, your hour begins now. And you are directed downstairs to the training rooms, which is also sort of near the mech bays. You're given full access to prepare. If you're making adjustments to your mech, let me know. Otherwise, we're going to just see what happens next. Where is my button?
No changes for Nemesis.
What? You see all the other students like racing around the bay, talking with some of the local engineers. It's like chaos with like about 100 or so students like running around this thing. You know, now Raven knows this, that realistically there's only going to be half that many students in the class, so half these people are going to get cut one way or another. It's probably going to be cutthroat in terms of getting your hands on a relic.
I don't think I'm adjusting anything.
Yeah, I'm keeping all my shit.
Dean, can I ask, the stims, are they, if we're in the like combat, those I can take even if I'm in my mech?
The stims, I mean, yes, they'll only heal you though, or help you, but yes.
Yeah. And then, but like once I'm in my mech, I can still take it, even though it's a pilot.
Yeah, no, you have room. It's like you're in a cockpit. You have room to still do stuff. Maybe not like swing a weapon, but like operate things.
And then can I ask, what's the action economy on them? Is that like a bonus action, or?
It'd be like an action. If you're in your mech, it's a little bit harder to do things, I would say. I don't know the exact ruling, but realistically speaking, if you're in the mech and you're driving the mech, your focus is on the mech itself. So you'd have to take a break from driving the mech to do something.
Gotcha. Can I pick a stim now then? And then will it like last through my...
I forget how long it lasts.
It's actually not
the only one.
Okay.
Yeah, the only one that actually has like time limit is kick, which is for up to 30 hours.
Yeah, I would say
but the other ones don't have a time limit.
Took it like right now, it'd probably start wearing off by the time you drop. So you want to wait till you start before it drop itself. But yeah, you could take something right before you crash down. Okay.
Okay, can I like ready an action to take it?
Yeah, you basically like, what is the stim? Is it like a pill, or are you like jabbing yourself with a needle? That's personal preference at that point.
I really would prefer it not to be injected, but I do think that is the way that it's flavored.
It could be.
But can I change that?
I mean, yeah, it's not specified. You're just taking, like, you're just popping like out.
It is specified. It says.
Oh, is it?
They're administered automatically by injectors built into the pilot's suit. Or,
yeah.
Oh, no, sorry. I misread. Or even implanted within their bodies.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Hers are like an acid tab.
Microdosing before the mission?
No. Actually, can it be like a vape?
Disgusting, but yes. Are you vaping in the bay?
No.
Okay.
No.
You do see various like no smoking signs around the mechs. And the very volatile battles.
Not smoke. It's not smoke, man.
It's not smoke, bro. It's
not smoke. It's a vape.
Bro.
It's a vape.
It's just a vape.
It's just a vape.
Jeez.
Okay. You find yourself in...
There's no tobacco.
You are directed... you basically follow the little itinerary, and you are directed to your mech. These bays are sort of separated out in like rows of... Because there's so many students here right now, it's basically 2 mechs to a bay. So some of you are sort of sharing a bay with other people. Garrett, you are across from the hulking man in the black tank top. He's like almost the same size as you, biceps of equivalent, and he's like neck deep in the mech, like working on something. He's humming to himself, but he's like, "Oh, brother, you lift."
Brother.
You know, usually twice a day.
Oh, what's your routine, bro?
I try to switch it up. Doing too much of the same thing is bad for the brain.
Oh, I see. You're like a muscle head, but like not muscle head. Like you're smart. I like the glasses, bro.
Yeah, thanks.
Bro.
Appreciate it.
Bro, if you need like help, man, on like your macros, and like you want to talk, or you want to change your like routines, or you need like a spotter, man, I got you, bro.
Oh yeah, what kind of muscle powders do you take?
I say like away from that like the artificial stuff. I do like my own organic, natural paste, man. I grew it from like my mom made me the recipe, and it's fucking great, bro. My biceps have never been like more, like just
Oh yeah, a lot of gain there.
Oh yeah.
Garrett is like mostly just tuning him out at this point, just trying to string him along to keep talking about himself for a while.
He absolutely is just like rambling about his family and how much he loves his mom, and like it's like, and then it's like this one time when I was like 7, man, I was like challenged to like an arm wrestle by this 40-year-old guy, and I totally destroyed him, and he's just like going on like this for the next like hour as you're working.
All right, perfect. That's all I need.
All right, Santos, Monty, you are, where'd I put her? Him. You're paired up against. Oh no, I lost him. Oh, I did that wrong. That's fine. I'm such a fool. Monkey. You're sort of across the way from this man in full plate armor. His knight, like, he looks like a medieval knight. You look at his mech, it also looks like a mech in plate armor, like just mirroring the guy. And you see this long, like, red cape streaming off the back of it. In fact, it resembles the Albatross in many ways, the vigilante organization that goes around the galaxy rescuing people. But it's missing some of the distinctive markings of it. And he sort of looks around and he's like, blue hair, like the sea or the sky. You are truly beautiful. What brings you to my part of the bay, brother?
And I like point at my back.
He looks at it as a fine figure, strong, powerful, long range, truly an expertly crafted thing of beauty. I applaud your work, sir.
Appreciate it. A lot of it is custom made. Your mech's not looking too bad either, Albatross.
Oh, thank you, but I have no claim to the title. My great grandfather was once a member of the Albatross, but I am seeking to reclaim our family's position and save the galaxy through deeds and action. What is your mission, brother? What do you bring to the galaxy?
I guess unexpectedly, that's something that we have in common. I also seek to bring something home to my family.
A family man, a kind soul with a golden heart. He holds out like an armored fist to shake.
I give it a shake, and
he grasps your hand with both of his, and he like pulls you close to his chest. He's like, "You are braver than most. Self-sacrifice is an honorable trait. Your duty will carry you far." And he's like, "You are strong."
And Monkey just kind of like nods, and he's like, uh-huh. Like he was really close, but he's not like he's the Santos had an expectation when he got here, and this is not it. He's not really afraid of the guy, but he is just kind of like, yeah, I like agree. I do agree with the words you're saying, but the intensity you're giving him to me with is but what he gives him in return is he looks at him and he, like, after a second of being a little stupefied, he goes, I mean, other than family, like family's at the end of the day all we got.
That's beautiful. Absolutely. 100%, brother. Family is important. You truly understand what matters to you, and that makes it beautiful in the soul, in the eyes. Now, I must away. My mech calls to me. I must polish the gears and ready for battle as duty calls. And he, like, immediately heel turns and climbs into the mech.
Monkey looks at him climb into the mech, and he makes a mental note to ask questions about how the weight and heat system isn't affected by the massive amount of armor he's got on top of already the massive amount of armor he's got.
Moving to the next bay over, we're looking at Raven. You're messing with your mech. You're getting your stims set up, and you see that sort of like mousy figure, like garbed in this purple black, almost looks like a bloody ninja, but like face mask. Like you can't see any details on this person, and they're not tinkering with the mech, but they're sitting in front of a ComCom little portable terminal, and they're like typing away. Don't even look up at you as you approach. And as you go to work on your mech, you see that notification pop up on your screen again. It's like, what's your name?
Can I see their screen from where I'm at?
It's covered. Like there's a privacy filter on it, so you can't see it.
Would they ask me what my name was? I think Raven just types back, "What's yours?" Like, what a wild thing to start with.
Mitochondria.
Your name is Mitochondria?
Call sign. Are you any good?
Okay. I don't know, are you?
Better than you.
Okay. I'm Raven's like, I don't give a fuck.
Incredible. I'm very excited. Move on to the next bay, this last one. Dominic, you find yourself immediately
Oh wait,
paired...
before...
Yep.
Can Raven, like... Can Raven be like, were you the one that messaged me on the way over?
Yep.
Cool. That's it.
You're so antisocial. I love it. Okay. Dominic, you immediately find yourself across from the blonde woman from earlier. Except your mech is kind of been pushed out of the bay, and all her stuff is taking up the entire bay. So you don't actually have room to work on yours. Oh,
Excellent.
Dominic, just in time. I just got started. If you'll just give me a few minutes.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. It seems that you've put some of your belongings in my way. Marcus, would you please? I summon her butler to move her shit out of the way.
He says, apologies, Sir Dominic. I am not authorized to assist anyone other than Milady.
Yes. Milady, would you please kindly move your shit?
Oh, I'll be just a moment. Well, let me handle a couple more things, and I'll be right with you. I see it's a very busy day. If you'd like, talk with Marcus, and he'll get you on my schedule for the next afternoon. I'm sure you know.
Oh no, I'm terribly sorry. I need this bay now.
Oh, do you?
Yes, I do.
How much are you willing to pay for it?
Unfortunately, we're willing to pay for it. Oh, are we buying each other's free things now? Are we?
I think time is more valuable than things.
Yes, understood. Well,
I assume that you're.
How about a friendly wager?
Oh.
Put a friendly wager then.
I normally don't stoop so low, but color me intrigued.
I, Alan, don't have a good idea for a friendly wager, but
You want to crowdsource it?
Arm wrestle.
Arm wrestle for it.
Arm wrestle.
Fuck.
Mulling it over.
How about a quick duel?
Oh.
Presumably, you're trained in you're trained in not hand-to-hand combat, but a close
Oh,
quarters
never do
combat
something so
with a
crazy.
rapier. Yes.
Yes, of course. I'm sure you remember we've crossed blades at least once. I do remember firmly knocking you on your ass, but as it currently stands, I'll be delegating things to Marcus for the time being. I don't have time to tangle with commoners.
Fine then. So you've picked your duelist then.
As
Marcus, do you
wish,
have a
milady.
do you have a weapon?
He pulls out like he's got a thin like monowire rapier. He sort of like tests the blade a little bit. On your march, good sir.
I'll do a fun fancy flourish and sort of prepare myself for for a duel.
Dean, are we in the same
Can
bay?
I?
Yeah, everything's open. Like you can see each other, and you see people gathering around. And
Yes,
two,
I'm
this
I'm
old
just
fuck
being
and
as
this really young guy pull out swords and immediately begin squaring off.
yeah. I am deliberately trying to draw attention to this ridiculous affair. And I will. I know you haven't asked for a roll, but I
This would be a throwing hands roll.
yeah. Cancel.
Hand roll.
Fighting opened, brutal. It's unarmed. Actually, it's fist to faces.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, you could
so
drop
just-
the weapon and just sock this old guy.
no, we're gonna start. We're gonna start with a duel. We'll start with a duel.
You square off. You salute each other. Roll. 10 or higher.
Just
is a
D20?
success. Just a D20.
Boop. Wow.
You
Nice. Starting off
Nice.
strong.
Very much. You've wielded a sword before, but you're very much a
Oh
bare
my
knuckle fighter. Like this thing feels weird in your hands. You like run at him. You don't like your footwork's all over the place. You're like in a botched stance, and Marcus just lazily swats his hand to the side and knocks the rapier out of your hand. Best 2 out of 3, sir. Question. Would it please you?
Yes, I think that's prudent.
As you so wish. And he like takes a step back and salutes you once again, and you scurry away to grab your sword that's 10 feet off the side. People are like,
Monkey.
"Ooh,
You hear Monkey yell, "Kick his ass, old man!"
yeah, kick his ass!" A lot of these
I'll roll
like,
again.
rival noble children that are like absolutely egging on Marcus.
Yep. Here we go. One more again. All right, that's a 14.
You gather yourself and you approach it a little bit more cautious this time. You ready your sword, you lunge, a quick parry from Marcus, but you're able to sort of use your brute strength to power past his guard and tap him on the chest. I do believe that's your point, good sir. And he
Ever the
backs up.
gentleman, Marcus.
Of course, my good sir. He salutes. Final round for the bout. One more roll, good sir.
Excellent. Over these past 2
Yes.
duels. No, actually, that doesn't. There's nothing in this flavor text for data plating that has anything to that effect. But, I'll just go again. Here we go.
Again. Ooh!
Oh,
You
can I flavor text this a little
absolutely
bit?
go for it. Go for it. As long
so-
as you kill
You
the
kill
man.
him.
Don't
I
kill
don't.
the
I
man.
don't get.
I mean, you can if you want. If you want to kill the
No.
man.
No, I won't. But over the past 2 fights, deliberately, I've obviously lost the first one. But in that
Yeah,
second
clearly.
one, yeah,
Obviously.
yes, certainly my intention was to lose. but I've been recording this like fight between the two of us,
You're Captain America
using
with this guy.
the like data plating, effectively Iron
Yeah,
Man
yeah.
VCap, and sort of dial it in. And like, all right, okay, I'm familiar with this attack strategy. Recalling who he likely has been taught by, and handily disarm him, and say, well, Marcus, it's been a pleasure. Would you kindly remove her belongings from this area?
Yeah. Easy.
And if you recall, good miss, this was the bet. She still never gave me her name.
You easy parry forward, back step, quick disengage, and you tap him on the shoulder once more, and then knock his blade aside. His eyes widen for just a short moment, and he says, "I believe that's your bout, good sir." And he gives you a short bow, and sheaths his weapon. "My lady, I will begin moving the required equipment." You see this woman, she's like leaning back against her neck, and she's like simmering. "Fine. You did win fair and square. Rather, I didn't expect such elegant maneuvers from such a brutish man, but I guess there are surprises all the time."
Brutish. He's a twink. This man
That's
is
your
not.
personality, dear. You wouldn't like to swing a sword to save your life, as we've clearly seen.
Oh well, you see, sometimes lessons and training with some of the best tutors in the world really do pay off.
Oh, I'm sure. Though I haven't seen you on any of the rosters for my tutors, who I am certainly sure you couldn't afford. So I'm sure second best is sufficient for you.
Are you certain they're the best?
Oh, absolutely.
Kind of gestures over to Marcus and the sword that remains on the ground.
Absolutely.
Time will tell. See you on the battlefield.
Very well, Dominic. Have it your way. This won't be the end of it.
I'm banking on that, and I give her a wink and then turn to my mech that has been kindly placed back where it
She has
should
the
be.
face of utter disgust as you turn away from her.
Ah, yes, it's working.
It's working. Okay, I believe that's everybody. You all the hour passes quickly. Even after the fight quickly disperses. The instructors were watching. As long as nobody got hurt, it is what it is. And that seems to be the vibe you get going on with the school. As long as nobody's like dying, it's a combat school. You're expected to learn how to fight. Even if that means brawling in the open streets, just clean up after your own mess. That being said, what time is it? I can't see. I have so many monitors and no time. We're going to take a quick 10 break because we're about halftime. What's going to happen is we're going to do the drop zone. Just meta, this is what it'll look like. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. Each of you, based on your number, are going to be dropped into a quick little puzzle. It's going to take like 10-15 minutes. If it takes longer, I'm going to cut it short, but it'll be a small individual challenge. And then
Oh my god, that's so scary.
group up. I hope you're good at puzzles. I spent a while
You
crafting.
mean I can't rely on Dale to
No,
put the square
unless you
peg
pick
in
the
the
same
square
number.
hole?
Unless you pick the same number.
Ah, no.
No, what number did you pick?
Nope.
We'll find out.
Nope.
Tune in next time.
Tune in next
I'm
time
so
on the exciting
scared.
episode of Dragon Ball Z.
Dean, I'm an idiot. I can't solve a puzzle by
You'll be
myself.
fine, Sweaty. You'll be fine. Yeah. Do what you must. Come back at 35. You're gonna be great. And do some brain training. I'm gonna drink some water because I can't.
Oh yeah,
Awesome.
easy.
Yeah, we'll be back.
I'm so scared.
Yes.
We should change our
Oh yeah, you want us to boot us out?
Foundry names. Well, you can do it if you just head into user management and then just change from our legal government names to just our code names or our real names or whatever's helpful.
Go to swap out, so I'm
But
not
it-
sharing that. But yes. Oh yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, so it's just a simple case of changing the profile, the name of the profile.
I can do so.
and then it'll be like, it'll give you a heads up like, hey, to save these changes, we have to like reset the server, and you'll go, okay, and then
Just reset it.
yeah, it'll just refresh on our end.
Okay. Let me do this real quick. I always forget that talking for like hours at a time is not easy on the voice. It's gonna be great. I've got all the funny character notes and I'm forgetting all of them. Monkey, that's what it is.
Monkey.
Monkey. Monkey. Santos. Raven.
So you can actually just name us our code names.
Yeah.
Cause I'm currently looking at, yeah. So now it's Monkey Santos.
Oh, I didn't realize that. I can fix that.
No, it's fine.
fix
The parentheses is actually the
Pronouns.
name of our character sheets.
Oh, that's so clever.
So I can.
It's done.
Great.
I'm so fast. I'm so
Great.
fast.
There you go.
Woo.
And then I guess you should. I guess I don't know. Yeah, I don't really care. Yeah, there's Nemesis. So I guess Nemesis could change his name to Dom on the character sheet, not on the real shit. All right, that's it.
Oh,
The reason he's Nemesis is he just used the pronoun field to set
No,
his
he's just
code name.
he's twice.
that?
It's that he's double Nemesis.
double.
That was our one combat encounter. Have fun.
Yep. Good game, guys. I'll see you next week. Okay.
Jameson.
Polo.
Oh, never mind.
What?
I was gonna ask if you you already responded in the chat.
Oh,
But I said your name before I looked at the chat.
how dare you? You perceive? Yeah, I think it's good. I think it's fun. Do what makes you happy, too.
Yeah. The first one was the one that I had been thinking about like this week, and I just couldn't think of anything else. But I was like, this is not anything new, you know?
No, absolutely. The characters can evolve too. I'm not too stressed about that.
Great.
Great.
Yay.
Yes. Boop. Let's see. Oh, I don't know where to put my water bottle. 1 second.
Okay. I love the Nemesis Dominic. I think that's so fun.
They what?
He's so evil.
In Foundry, if you look at the bottom left,
They're all like our call sign and then our character name, but yours is Nemesis
Nemesis.
Dominic.
Nemesis.
I can fix that. I think that's.
You don't need to fix it. Please don't fix it.
There's
I love
nothing to
I
fix,
agree.
is what she's saying. Is there's nothing to fix, Alan.
Oh no! I'm sorry. I actually improperly fixed
How
this.
dare
Give me a
you.
second.
All right.
Wait,
Everybody...
my
No.
tea.
Ah. You wound me.
Okay, let's do it live.
Fuck it, we'll do it live. Ah. Ah. Eat. Oh. Ah. Ooh. Ooh. All right,
Boots
warmed
and
up.
cats.
Boots. and
Okay, I'm
Bats.
ready. I need
Alright.
the tea.
You made tea. I should make tea, but it's too late. We are gamers. All right. Welcome back. You are about to drop. We're going to go in order. You load yourselves into the pods. You gather up you're all suited up in your hard suits, armor, your whatever weapons you need. You do know that the terrain down there is possibly dangerous, and you will be fighting other students possibly. But as it stands, you're locked and loaded and ready to go. First in the chute, we have. Let me. Play music. Who did this? Garrett. Your pod rattles and shakes as it shoots down through the atmosphere. I don't know if you've ever experienced an orbital drop of this nature before. I doubt it, but it's not generally.
Definitely not.
How do you feel being launched out of a spaceship at subsonic speeds, straight towards the Earth? How is
It's
it?
a new kind of stressful. Brand new kind of stress. That's I'm clinging to that as like, oh look, a new experience. I never want to experience this again, but it's a new experience.
Excellent.
Relatable.
Also, you're lucky. You chose the most puzzle location that I think will suit you the best.
Does that mean that everybody else is lucky that they didn't get this one?
Depends on how they feel, but I think that might be
Okay.
the consensus. You
Yes.
crash down. You hear trees splinter and break as this metal pod toom, slams into the ground, sending up a cloud of dust. You undo the hatch and you breathe in damp air. There's a light drizzle as you're in this dense forest. The ground is slick with rain and mud as your boots sort of tramp through, leaving footprints as you go. You see around you other pods landing around you, but nothing like right next to you.
Okay.
So you're safe for now. You look up and you're in a small clearing. And you see the source of that clearing is what seems to be a derelict shuttle that is crash landed, carving out a swath through the forest, parked at the far end. You look at it a little bit closer, and this thing is covered in rust, moss, and vines, with this great tree growing out of the cockpit, and the rear half of the ship completely shattered and cut off, leaving the cargo bay open to the elements.
Well, that seems like a good place to start as any. I'll make my way to the shuttle.
You make your way to the back of the shuttle, and you see what remains of the cargo bay. Again, this thing is damaged, and it looks not quite ancient, but it's been here for at least a year or two. It's definitely not space-worthy, but you do hear a low hum of an antimatter generator running in the background. These things on shuttles are typically pretty durable and will keep running even if the ship itself is destroyed. And you look at some of the subsystems and blinking lights, like faintly flashing. You're immediately confronted with the sight of the main door of the cargo bay that leads into the ship, covered in a thick sheet of ice. As you see red and blue pipes that cross over the top of the doorway, with the blue one being broken and just shooting out gouts and gouts of super coolant, or some sort of coolant. You see on the far left 2 valves, one red, one blue.
Okay. Let's turn... If I turn the blue valve counterclockwise a little bit, what happens?
You see the coolant start to slow and start trickling out a little bit lesser.
Oh, okay. Turn it all the way to the left.
It completely shuts off. The door is still covered in this 2 inches of ice.
You said that you had they're the red and blue pipes, right? The blue one was busted open.
Mm-hmm.
The red one is intact.
Yes.
Can I reach up and try to break the red pipe?
You can. Are you wearing gloves, or you're wearing your hard suit?
I'm wearing my hard suit. I assume that has gloves. I would hope so.
No, they're fingerless. It's a fingerless hard suit. You're fine. You reach up. These pipes are old and they're barely latched on there, so you immediately yank it, and metal pipe sound. And it's you jump back as your hard suit is scorched with this burning jet of almost like plasma as it blasts across, and you see the ice slowly start melting. You hear something fall from the ceiling or the top of the door and land in the drain and go beneath the grate under your feet.
Something from the top of the door. I assume the hard suits have some kind of headlamp attached to them.
Yeah, you've got.
If I pop that on and try to peer down into the grate, what do I see down there?
You see a drain pipe that seems to be connected with the rest of the ship, meant to haul away waste and wastewater. About 10 feet down is what looks to be a small key card floating. The door, as the ice melts, the door swings open, and you're presented with the next room.
Okay, I will turn the red valve off, and then step through the door.
You shut off the burning heat, and you step through the door. You enter as you notice, as the door opens, water begins rushing out, as this room was slightly flooded, and you see across the water, you see across the room these red and blue pipes also running around, and you see somewhere at the far end is a broken table and surging electricity arcing across the floor and all the water. At the far side, you see a door, and you see close to your side, about halfway across the room, is a orange valve.
You said this room was partially flooded. Like,
There is water coming from the fire system sprinklers, or it's coming from somewhere that you can't identify.
okay,
But
how
there's
how
water- there's
deep?
running water throughout the ship. It's about an inch deep.
Okay, not that deep.
Not that deep, but the water is jumping, or the electricity is clearly electrifying the water. And even with the hard suit, you probably, if this is like raw power from the ship itself, like core power, your hard suit wouldn't last more than a few seconds in it.
Right. What do I have access to? As far like from where I'm standing now, what can I get to without stepping in the water?
You could clamber on some furniture to reach the orange valve, or you could go back to the red and blue valves.
You said there were also some blue valves, some red and blue pipes in this room.
Yep, they're basically like around the top of the ring. It looks like, if from what you can tell, it's the ship's heating and cooling like systems. So
Okay, can I crack one of those blue pipes and point it towards the water on the ground around here?
yeah, you can. You cracked one of the pipes. I'm assuming you turned the valve, turn it back on.
Once the thing is pointed where I want it to, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. The freezing jets of coolant immediately blast the room and start freezing the water. But to get back into the room that the room number 2, you have to cross through the jet stream of frozen air that might damage you. You're not quite sure how badly though.
If I turn the valve back off, how long does the water stay frozen?
You'd guess maybe like 30 seconds. Enough to cross the room, but maybe not enough to get back.
Hmm. Sorry, let me look at my character sheet real quick, see what I have. I have an anti-photon visor. I don't think that's gonna help with ice.
You will look cool though.
I will look fucking cool as hell when I freeze myself to death, though. You're absolutely right. I am just gonna try to like skirt through that cloud of frost as quickly as I can.
Yep. You are blasted with this, and you sort of feel the hearts sort of lock up. It prevents most damage coming through. You will take 1 damage to your pilot as your suit is sort of like damaged through the blast.
Okay.
But you make it
I'll mark
across
that
the
down.
room with the water frozen, the electricity does not hit you, and you enter the 3rd room. You see what looks to remains of like the shuttle's armory. You see old rusted pieces of like hard suits and a couple derelict weapons, power weapons that are clearly gone or like dilapidated beyond use or repair. In this room you see a white valve that sort of runs around to the rest of the ship. And then at the far end you see the door covered in thick vines.
Okay. Any other pipes in this room?
In this room, you've got the orange. You got all the pipes. You see white, orange, blue, and red.
White, orange, blue, and red. Okay. Was there any spot where the orange pipe was broken, or any spot where the white pipe was broken?
Nope, not that you saw.
Okay. Well, I'll break one of the orange pipes, point it at the vines.
You do so, and it is immediately you are almost knocked back as soon as you break the pipe, as it almost bursts with this blast of energy, and it sprays raw fuel, some sort of like hyper compound, all over the vines, drenching them.
Ah, okay. Go back. Once they're drenched, turn off the orange valve.
You do so. It cuts off the supply.
Turn off the white valve for now.
Okay. The white valve was never on.
Oh, okay. It's all the way off.
Yeah. Or it was like half on, I should say.
Okay. I will make a small break in like a puncture in the white pipe somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Like towards the corner of the third room, just like not pointing at anything in particular, and I'll turn on the white valve a little bit.
You see grimy, dirty, but water burst out of the pipe and almost drench you.
Oh, sick. Okay, wait. I'm gonna make a larger break in the white pipe and turn it up enough. I'm hoping this is the like sewage drain, and that I can get the keycard to spit itself up through the white pipe here.
Mm-hmm. You do so. You crank the thing, and this dirty water starts rushing out, and you do hear a little ting, 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 as this keycard shoots out and lands on the floor, absolutely covered in. You don't know how old this stuff is, but it's not pretty.
Petrified.
It's not old enough to be
Petrified poop.
petrified. It is just stinky.
Oh,
Gross.
huh.
Year-old shit. Fermented.
Interesting.
Barrel-aged.
All right. All right. One very terrible key card. Gonna need to dive back through. All right. I'll take a bit more damage doing this, but it's fine. Turn off the white valve, first of all.
You shut off the water.
Here's the plan. I'm going to go out to the first room,
Okay.
through the ice.
Yep.
Wait a second. No.
Uh-huh.
The wire that's electrifying the second room.
Yes.
Is there a part of that that's like insulated that I can touch? Can I just like wrap that out of the way kind of safely?
You would take some damage, but you could force it, yes.
Huh. Then I will do that. I'll try to get the cable to where it's no longer touching the ground, where it can no longer electrify the place.
You reach for the cable and your foot slips a bit and you do touch some of the electrified water, so you're as this lightning like courses up and like jerks. You feel your joints locked up a little bit, but you yank the cable and you jam it back into the wall, where it starts arcing back against the metal itself and into a ground, some sort of ground.
Okay.
But you do take 1 point of damage.
Okay. Back out to the first room through the cold.
Mm-hmm.
Then turn off the blue valve.
That's
turn
one
on.
more point of damage as you go back to the cold, and then
Yep.
you shut off the coolant.
Turn on the red valve a bit. No,
Fuel-
wait.
Yep.
I head back to the third room. Did I remember to say that I wanted to break the red pipe so that it was pointing at the vines on the door?
You didn't, but we can say that happened.
I just, like, there's nothing... Now that I've
Yep.
turned off the white valve, there's nothing...
You
and
crank the
removed
pipe,
electricity.
you pointed
There's...
at the already soaked vines, and you are free.
Okay. Okay, back to room 1. Turn on the red valve.
You crank the valve, and the moment it twists about a quarter of an inch, you hear a thunderous as something explodes deep within the ship.
Okay, turn off the red valve.
You shut off the red valve. There is nothing going through the red pipes anymore. They are completely empty.
Fun. Okay. Can I peer into this third room now? What do I see?
It is a mess. It is trashed. Everything has been burnt to a crisp. All the pipes have been torn off the wall as something with a great force ripped through them and exploded, bending them like bananas.
Yeah.
But you do
Makes
see
sense.
intact the final cockpit door, the bulkhead, and its keypad still intact.
Nice. If I can try to make my way around some of the cinders, I'd like to get to that door and apply the keycard that I have.
Boop. The doors swing open, and you see this massive tree growing, somehow latched onto the cockpit and growing straight out the front window. In one of the branches, you see a white knight piece sort of resting in the boughs of the tree. It's about
Well, how about
6 inches
that?
high.
I will reach out, grab that, and put it into whatever the most secure pouch in my hard suit I have.
You do so. You've acquired one relic. At this moment, as you're in the cockpit, you hear your compton bloop, and you see off in the distance, maybe not that far off, maybe about 500 meters off, a red flare shoot up into the sky. We're going to move to the next group. Who is next? Ooh, baby. Okay. Dominic. Monkey. Both your pods have a relatively smooth exit. And then about halfway down, you hear metal on metal with a massive as your pods start spinning wildly, having hit something mid-flight as they go wildly off course. And you hear a thunderous as you're jostled around. Thankfully, the suits absorb most of the impact, but your pods, both of them, land outside, bury themselves into the dirt. They are stuffed in damage. You both open your pods and you come face to face with each other.
God damn it. Okay, cool. Let's do this. We'll be fine.
Wait, with
yeah.
who? With who? Who's the other pod?
Monkey.
I'm pretty sure it was Monkey.
Yeah.
Ah, hello, I'm here.
Kill me.
I was like, wait, it's not me, right?
No, you're good. You look down.
Yeah, what do we got?
Contact. You look down. The compartment that held your flares, your emergency flares, has been completely destroyed. And you look
Both
up.
of ours.
Yes. Your pods are damaged beyond recognition. Like, you had to force the door open. It almost locked you in.
Great.
It's
Awesome.
It looks like that
There's
you collided mid-flight on the drop.
Mm.
You look up and you see an ancient derelict bunker. Looks like it's military, would have housed military equipment. You're not sure how old it is, but maybe 50 or so years. It's covered in rust and vines as well. And you see what looks to be a couple of bloody footprints going through the main door.
I look at I don't know his code name, but I look at Nemesis. And I like goggles on, right? And I'm just like craning my neck and I'm like, dude, I was having a great nap. Why would you ram into me?
You were napping?
What else was I supposed to do? It was just going down. The impact
How-
would have woken me.
How long of a drop was it?
Like 30 seconds.
Incredible. It's like, wow, you really know how to catnap.
I mean, I was done with. Listen, I finished setting up my mech early. I had a good half hour. I just thought I'd squirrel away in my pod.
Oh, I see. So this was a pre-launch nap, not
Yeah.
a
Mid-flight.
mid-drop nap. Understood. Well, sorry for...
now that we're partners, I'll try not to hold it against you.
Yeah, it's probably for the best. Also, hi, nice to meet you. I'm Nemesis. You are?
Monkey.
Of course you are. Yeah, let's take a look at this bunker, I suppose.
Your ComCons both like bing bing. It's like partner registered.
I would like to input into my ComCon reporting that our flares have been destroyed on impact. Requesting new flares.
Is there any response?
You check your tablet, and your message hasn't even left the tablet. You're not sure if it's a mechanical issue or there's something blocking the signal, but your message did not get out.
Well, the seems like this data is working one way. I don't know. Maybe the tablet also got banged up. Can I take a look at what we have left of our flares? Is there like when you say completely destroyed, is it just the equivalent of dust, or is it like is there enough
ton of steel and was compressed by going 700 miles per hour into the ground? You don't think there's anything left, or if it would, you'd need an excavator.
Gotcha. Great.
All right. Well, yeah. Let's continue for now. If we don't find a flare, I'll try to jerry rig one up later.
There's a bunker right there. Maybe there's... Seems military. It's possible that there's something in there.
No, the logic works. Let's go.
All right, cool.
You
make our
Yep.
I think Dom was very much taking the lead. Not necessarily having a discussion about it, but just like, all right, and now I'm going.
in charge. He just assumes. Okay. You walk up to the door, and it looks... The air is fresh with the smell of gunpowder, like old school firearm gunpowder. Like, and it is fresh. These doors swing open, and you are immediately, both of you, you feel an armored fist grab onto both your chests and slam you to the ground.
Hey, he was in front.
And you hear as bullets fly overhead, impacting the pods behind you, detonating them. You look over to see the sort of silver knight that you were speaking to earlier, Monty, has like pinned you to the ground and covered you with his body, and he like rolls you to the side behind a wall. By the gods, that was close. You nearly got shot. Are you all right?
Apparently, I've almost died.
Hands off me.
I've almost died 3 times in the past minute, so...
You notice that you are both covered in blood at this point, though it is not your own.
Sir Knight, what's up? You okay?
I'm fit as a fiddle, as you see a small hole in the side of his arm. This compound is beset with the most foul beast, a twin dragon that breathes fire. And he gestures to the mounted turret on the wall. I see you are both already bound by camaraderie and brotherhood, but fear not. I will aid you on your quest to secure the relic, for this is my duty.
Hold on, Sir Knight. Just take a breather. I would like to see...
He's like swaying on his feet.
Is the, Hold on, just sit down for a sec, Sir Knight. All right. You're no good to... Yep, but I need you to sit down so that I can look above you at the turret. And like, part of it is a lie. I'm trying to get him to just, like, sit down and take a breather, but I am trying to look. Is the turret... Are there any obvious signs that the turret is being powered? Any cabling that I could see about cutting?
It's old school. There's definitely like cables that like thick cables that hang above it as it rotates on like mechanical. It's not. It's gunpowder, chain link. Yeah, There's definitely like wires. There's a lot of wires. You're not sure which ones are important, but there's some thick, heavy wires that run into the turret.
Yeah. I'm too far to be able to find the right one to cut.
Yeah. At least from looking at it, you're like, it's just they're terrible, terrible table management. It's about like 20 meters down this hall, which is a straight corridor. There's places to hide, like offices and on each side, but you don't know how fast this turret is, and based on how quickly it locked onto you when the door opened, you maybe got like a half second between cover.
All right, Nemesis. I've got. I don't know if it'll be helpful, but in the spirit of camaraderie, I've got thermite charges and mag clamps, so I can attach myself to metal surfaces.
Gotcha. Good to know. I don't know that I necessarily have anything that's going to be particularly useful for this. I have a Sylph undersuit, but it's not like it makes me bulletproof or anything. Do
not worry, my brothers. I will be your shield as he sort of climbs to his feet and being stabbed
and
in the turret.
By all means.
When he tries climbing to his feet, I just put a hand on his shoulder and just sit him back down while we're talking.
What is it, brother?
We're in the midst of a strategy. There's nothing wrong with you ramming down the hall, but just give us a sec.
Of course.
Yeah,
A
good
brilliant
sir,
mind, good sir. I applaud your thoughts.
Sir Knight, could I please see your helmet for a moment?
Of course, brother. And he takes it off.
Great. Is the door still open?
Yes.
Okay, I hold the helmet out so that it's theoretically visible by the turret. And
and it's knocked out of your hand.
Is it instantaneous?
Yes. It's like
Okay.
you feel like vibrations drum down your hands, but was essentially like a 30 caliber round, just like pierced straight through this thing and shattered against the back wall.
What are we hiding behind right now?
You're a concrete wall. You were like fully concealed visually, but it's like this whole bunker is made of like reinforced concrete. The outside is coated steel, but everything inside is like concrete.
You could try ripping a panel of steel off the outside. It would be a little difficult, but then we'd have a shield of sorts.
Brothers. I offer my life.
But what? You don't need to offer your life
Chill.
yet.
Relax.
You can offer your life, but like we're just throwing ideas out here. It doesn't.
Of course,
we don't gotta.
I trust your geniuses.
Now, I'll say this. If we distract it, I might be able to get close enough to perhaps disable it. Do you have any sort of a sense as to how we would? Technology is not exactly my strong suit.
I'm pretty handy with tech. I can either make it sing or make it bleed. I have an Omni Hook.
Okay.
Which is a terminal that allows for communication, data transfer, limited hotspotting.
Yes.
I'm aware that this turret is old and it's not running on lasers, it's running on power and gunpowder and a prayer. But is there could I use the Omni Hook to gain some sort of insight to the bunker as a whole?
Yeah, roll me a check to like see if you can find a terminal, plug in, and sort of debug this thing.
I will hack or fix.
Roll me a 20, 10 or higher.
Well, that's a straight 4.
Tasty.
You notice a half second too late that your terminal runs off like a 120 volt power pack. The bunker that you plugged into core power and immediately short circuit your Omni Hook. And it's just smoking wreck in your hands.
So my Omni Hook is broken now.
Yes.
Great. Okay.
That wouldn't happen to be what it's supposed to do, would it?
The night is
like I said.
Incredible.
Like I said,
absolutely incredible.
Like I said, I can make tech sing or bleed, and this one's bleeding.
Understood.
I could throw a thermite charge, but I don't know if I could throw it 20 feet. How's your arm?
Okay, I suppose. Yeah. How many of those do you have?
I got 3.
Got 3.
Do I got 3? No,
I-
I got 1. I got 1.
You got 1.
I got
Okay.
1.
Less interested in just on a whim being like, let's try it.
Mhm.
Wonderful.
Can we? I suppose as a last resort, we could try that. But maybe take another peek around, see if there's another entrance, perhaps. It is a bunker. I'm not expecting there to be anything, but perhaps some more information would do us good.
Dean, you said that there's is a thick concrete bunker, all offices and other rooms that can we jump into other rooms
You could.
not in the line of fire? Like maybe there's a terminal at another room or something.
So right now,
That's a good point.
imagine think of the main hallway as like a big eye, and you're at the south end of it. You are currently in the right side of the eye, hiding from the turret that's at the far end at the top of the eye. Along the middle, there are
Gotcha.
offices that you could duck into. There are a couple offices at the bottom, and there are 2 doors on the right, 2 doors on the left. One of the doors on the right is caved in and covered in rubble, and the other one is locked.
I could try to. I actually don't have much time to try to unlock that door. Could use a Starmite charge to blow it up, but if it's all concrete, I don't know how effective it would be. Nemesis, thoughts?
That seems like it could possibly work. I am, not to brag, I am somewhat fast on my feet. It's possible
pretty
if we can blow a thermite charge, then I could probably get over there without taking too many hits, as it were.
Yeah. All right. So the plan is, you run over, put the thermite charge on it, and then run back, or because you don't want to be in front of it when I set the charge off.
Yes, agreed. Please don't kill me. That would be
No. They replaced this. It's a stun charge. Remember, the
right.
thermite charge won't kill you. It's a stun charge. Remember?
It won't kill me. It'll just really hurt. Just like that turret is totally safe.
Yep, totally safe. And I'm looking
Yep.
at the knight with the hole.
Yeah,
He's,
and his shredded helmet.
Yeah, he is nodding to the left and right, my honor compels me.
Oh my lord. Sir, just take this, and I hand him my patch. Can I just click that?
Yeah, you're good.
How do I?
You quickly apply the
There we
patch to
go.
him, and he's like, "Psh. Oh, I feel great. I can fight." And he immediately begins
Nope.
to stand up.
Oh, nope. Now, see, now I can't hold him down. Now he's strong again.
Great.
Shrugs
Hey.
you guys off.
All right.
Change of
Well,
plan.
No.
You
does okay if the knight
Sir,
is
I
not
owe you
listening
my
to
life.
us, if the knight
You
is
have
not
my
listening
spear.
to us,
No, he's listening now. He's listening.
okay, I don't want him to run out and die to gunfire.
Sir Nemesis, whatever you require. My life is yours. I will throw myself in
fast
front
are
of the
you?
bullets.
No, you don't need to eat them for no reason. But if you think that you can avoid any lethal damage on your way to placing a thermal charge, then that would be lovely.
I will admit that speed is not my forte, as evidenced by the wound I sustained earlier. The dragon bit me when I was least expecting it. But
Okay,
if
I
it
have-
is what you
I have
require, I'd
questions for
gladly
you.
offer my life to the dragon.
No, sir, please.
Wait
I
a minute.
beg you.
You said there were bloodied boots on the way to the bunker,
Mm-hmm.
but he got bit by the dragon here.
Mm-hmm.
Are they his bloodied boots?
There's no blood
That's
on
a
his
great question.
shoes.
Hmm.
I flagged that to Nemesis. And I'm just
An
like,
interesting point. It's possible someone made it further in.
I
Maybe
have
they're
seen no
controlling
one
it.
enter this room. What are you
All right,
referring to?
Sit down.
nothing. Never mind.
Thermal charge, please.
I hand it to Nemesis.
Great.
Okay.
On my mark.
What exactly are you doing? So I understand.
So my intention is to get somewhere quickly,
Okay.
which is get somewhere, the skill trigger, to try to.
Technically not it, but I'll allow it for this time. Unless
But it says and without complications. I would argue bullet wounds are complications.
I'll allow it for this time. Generally, this referring to like hailing a taxi or finding a ride.
Okay, noted.
Not. I mean, we can change it if you want. It's not fast on your feet. That's more of a finesse thing. However,
Okay.
I will say
I
yes,
was
you may
envisioning
apply
it
this-
more as a finesse thing.
Okay, we
but
can
we'll
change
talk
it. If you're
about- we can
talking like
talk about it.
athletics, yeah, we can say it's absolutely that.
Yeah, that was the thought in my brain.
You
was that it
are
was more of
fast
like an
as fuck,
athletic
boy.
thing. Yes,
Okay,
I
yes,
want
you can
to
apply
be
it.
light on feet. Great.
Lightning McTweed.
Then I will roll the die.
This will be a risky check because you're running in front of a live turret. So there will be repercussions even if you do. Unless you hit a 20, you will still take some loss effect. But lower than a 10
Okay.
will be drastic.
Okay, so I have to do this twice. Let's go.
You
Can
do
is
it
this
once.
some?
Is it twice or is it
No.
just once
Just
round
once?
trip?
A risky check implies
Okay.
that unless you did a 20, you will still suffer some sort of failure. It'll just be
Yeah, but
Right.
really bad.
My
if
question
you-
is: am I rolling once for both running there and back, or am I rolling twice, once each direction?
I'll let you pick. You can either gamble it on one or do two. That's two
What's the
chances to
benefit
fail.
of doing two?
wait. I have a question before we try this.
Yes.
Dean, one of my talents is walking armory.
Yes.
I had assumed that these talents were only meant to be used while I'm in my mech.
Generally, yes.
Is there any opportunity for me to use walking armory for energy damage and shooting the turret to see if it short circuits it with electricity
Do you have a weapon on you?
with my assault rifle?
Yeah, no, I'll allow it. You can jury rig it real quick. It's not
Got it.
perfect, and you'll only be able to do it like once, because
Yeah.
you're basically cramming like a mech round and like taking the
Mm,
the concept of a mech round and slamming it into like a 5.56 round.
got it. Okay. Once per turn, when you attack with a main range weapon, you may expend one charge.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That
Yeah.
seems-
So I
This
shoot.
will damage your weapon, but you can do it.
Oh, ooh.
Your personal weapon.
I know.
Can we do it with
Never
my
mind.
sidearm?
Never
is that
mind.
too
I'll let
small?
Yeah. What's medium AC? Yeah, I'll take your sidearm and try it.
Cool. So late
Um,
signature.
Mm-hmm. What is it?
So
Is it a
I-
pistol or is it like something heirloom? Is it a flip?
It's just a- No, it's not a flintlock
dueling
pistol.
pistol.
It's kind of a standard las pistol.
Okay,
Nothing all that fancy.
gotcha. Yep. You fiddle with the last pistol, and you try. You know how you've done this before. You know that you shouldn't do it, but you can get one good shot that will overload the weapon.
Great.
Great. You want to try that, Nemesis?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I am.
I need you to roll to
Go ahead.
shoot, and then I will do this in two. Roll to hit the turret, and then roll to run and plant the bomb.
Any cover? Any modifiers
Nope.
at all?
It's just a straight 10 or up.
Okay.
6.
Hmm.
Rip.
Nice.
The pistol and flies out of your hand, and smoke blasts your eyes as it sort of you see the charge hit the turret, and it sort of spasms for a second, spins, and then launch back on. It
Great.
definitely
Well,
did
there-
seem to stun it. But you need a more direct hit to get a many better effect.
Gotcha. Well, I've committed to popping out of cover to shoot that. So in that same moment, I have making my dash to plant the
Right.
charge.
Godspeed. This is risky.
Godspeed, indeed. Just a D20, right? Oh no, we said
You're fast boy.
the
Plus
fast boy worked. Fuck. That's a critical fail.
You book it out of cover.
I'll start rolling a new character.
You sprint down the way, and the turret, you bet yourself half a second before the turret locks onto you, and you get nailed in the chest by a round. And two things happen. One, you take 2 points of damage as this round. Thankfully, you don't get hit by the rest of them, but you are immediately thrown backwards against the wall. Back to the door, and the thermal charge lands squarely in the middle of the hall. The knight grabs you as you're flying past and slams you back against the wall before the bullets rake exactly where you were standing up the way. So halfway down the hall is now the thermal charge, and there's a turret in the way, still back there.
Great. I would just like to say I've rolled
Casually shot.
2 1s already.
Yeah.
I don't like
Hey, man.
Foundry.
Where's your privilege
Foundry
now?
hates
Hey, man.
me.
Hey man, it's rough. I rolled 1 out of 3 of my gears, and D just blew it up. So like, what you know?
You're doing great, sweaties.
Dean just said no thanks, fuck you, and blew it up.
You're doing great.
And I also don't have a pistol.
You don't even use it half the time.
You're right, I won't. But that's not the point.
That's not the point. That's
Great.
my stuff.
All right. Well, I guess
Alright.
at this point we can just try shooting the turret until the damage disables it.
You can try.
Yeah,
I-
I don't.
I have
know.
a medium signature. I can.
Are you going to try to overload it again, or are you going to just shoot the thing?
I'm just gonna shoot. I think I'll just try shooting the thing, because then if my rifle gets fucked, then we're just then we're just all out
Yeah.
of all
This
all
puzzle
ranged
is-
options.
No longer puzzleable.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll just try shooting it down.
Okay. Monty, you pop out and line up a shot. This will be another risky check, but take your shot.
6.
You
Dean, what are we missing?
anything higher than a 10?
Okay, then what are we supposed to do? The dice have spoken.
The dice have spoken. I'm very curious how this is going to work out. You line up your shot. You manage to sever a couple wires, but the turret is still intact as you feel on your hardsuit as these bullets sort of bounce off your chest and nail you. You take 2 points of damage. You see an opening. The turret is currently locked onto Monty.
I'm gonna book it.
You're going fast.
Grab the thermal. I'm running. Got
You-
no other option right now. It seems.
Okay, you can roll this one with 1 accuracy because the turret is currently distracted, and you're
Do
not.
I still
carrying
get
it.
the plus
Plus
2
two.
from?
Yep.
It's more
So
quickly.
plus 2 plus a
Okay.
d6. This
14.
ooh,
Jesus.
you book it down the hall. You slide around the corner. You feel the bullets whizzing over your head as the turret is blasting at Monty, and you sprint over, swing your hand down, grab the thermal charge. What are you doing?
I am. I'm
Just
gonna.
monkey just yells, throw the charge on the turret.
Yeah, that's exactly what the thought was. I will chuck it at the turret and then duck into the presumably the nearest door frame or whatever that I can take some cover behind.
You feel the turret begin to lock back onto you as the nearest threat, and as the bullets slowly track over to you, you lob this fucking thing into the air. in the same motion, throw yourself into the nearest classroom or the nearest office space as the thermal charge. Dust rains down as you feel the doors rattle and you hear a wall crumble on the far side of the facility. But the gunfire stops.
I got it.
Well, it took almost everything we had, but finally.
Yeah. Right, so I've got no pistol. I've used my patch on our good old friend.
And I owe you
Sir.
my life!
Yes. Tell you what, next time you can walk down the hallway
Of course!
and take care of the turret. Yeah.
I shall. It will be done.
What's your name?
My call sign is 99.
99.
Yes,
Nice.
99th in my
Cool.
lineage.
Cool. Yeah. Let's. Can I take a peek? I'm in a classroom now. An office.
It's an office space. It's derelict. All the furniture has like fallen apart. There's nothing really of note back here.
Gotcha. Cool. I pop my head back on the hall and kind of look down and see there's a whole bunch of wreckage and
Yeah, you basically torn
Has
down
the-
a little bit of the roof and some of the walls, and at the far side, amidst the pile of wreckage, you see a small, shiny object.
I go grab it.
You pick up a silver night piece.
Ooh, a new hand.
New
I
touches the
I
beacon.
pick up the shiny night piece and I bring it back out to the other three and it's like, is this something? This is
Your
the beacon,
compound
right?
lights up.
That's the relic.
Mech's
Oh,
authorized.
perfect.
Alright,
Excellent.
well, now we just need a flare.
You make your way out of
True.
the bunker. There's two things you notice. One, the footprints are not there anymore.
What?
Two, you see a red flare about a couple hundred meters off shoot up into the air. And you hear over the wide comm network, SOS acknowledged. This is Lazarus dropping in as you see a drop pod with a mech flying in from the atmosphere directly towards the flare.
That seems the safest place we could possibly go for the time being.
Well, let's go.
Excellent. You begin making your way over.
What does 99 do? Is he hanging out with us still?
He's tagging along. He doesn't have a partner yet, but you're already paired up. So,
Got it. And he needs a relic.
yeah.
Gotcha.
We move to
All
the
right.
last scene. Raven, you are alone, possibly afraid, hurtling through the atmosphere.
Very.
I'm assuming you also have never been in a drop pod before,
I think that's a fair assumption.
as this thing rattles around you. You see through the really tiny porthole, clouds whip by, turning into trees, turning to dirt, turning to water, as you don't have a crash as much as a stip.
Artificially flavored cinnamon hazelnut?
Cinnamon and
Cinnamon hazelnut. I want a cinnamon
sorry.
hazelnut.
I thought I was muted, my bad.
Where's the cinnamon
No,
hazelnut?
no, come back. I want cinnamon hazelnut.
No. How could you do this?
That was very sweet.
Damn.
I'm crying.
Anyways, Raven,
Anyway.
you as you feel your pod bob and then start sinking as your little porthole slowly begins to be covered with murky water.
Okay, can I hop out of there?
Yeah, the door swings open and you're immediately flooded with this murky swamp water. The air is foul and stagnant as you burst out of the pod and haul yourself onto shore as the pod sinks beneath the waves.
Oh, those were my flares. Fuck.
You find yourself in the middle of this dense swampland. There's a bit of the forest, sort of the ground solidifies to the back, but you see this marsh. About 100 or so feet in is a small island some brush around it, and a pedestal with a small gold piece on it. Around you, you see this deep, deep water, and based on how quickly your pod sank and that you can no longer see it, the swamp is deep. The trees above you sort of cover the swamp area itself with a thick canopy that blocks out whatever remaining sunlight there is. And you see a very rickety sort of floating rope bridge. Not floating, a hanging rope bridge that bridges the mainland to the island.
Okay. My little suit, I can do the
EVA?
boost. Yeah, I can fly.
Mhm.
I'm assuming I don't have enough.
You could get about
movement,
halfway there. You would need to land somewhere to boost again.
Gotcha. So, is there like a log or something?
You see,
Nearby?
you have the bridge. You look around, there's like a couple floating logs, but they look rotted and old. It's a 50-50 chance if it'll actually support your weight.
I don't really need it to support my weight, right? I just need to like touch down and then I can.
You need to rearm the boost. You would just need like a half second of landing to like reset it.
Alright. Well, I guess I'll try the bridge, but I don't really trust it, so
Okay.
I'm gonna.
Okay.
I really don't want to be halfway out there.
You look around and it's like there are hanging vines across the canopy that you could try your luck with, but you're also in a hard suit. They might not support your weight. It's the same thing as logs.
Can I
Swang.
like rig? I don't want to swang. Can I rig a what's my weapon in my hard suit? I have light AC and medium signature.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's like a sidearm.
Or it's a
can
weapon.
I?
Signature weapon is whatever you want it to be.
Oh, okay. I don't remember what I said I wanted it to be, but can I like launch this? I want to try to like set almost like a grapple hook.
Okay.
So that if I do take a tumble, I have something that I can pull myself along with.
What exactly are you trying to do? Like launch a rope across the way, or?
Actually, you know what? Wait a second. I have an undersuit, which allows me to breathe underwater for a limited time.
Mm-hmm.
Can I jump? I'm gonna fly and then touch down halfway on the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
And then can I do that?
Yeah, you can try.
Okay, I want to try to do that.
You try. You steady yourself, and then your jump that's activated. You start yourself flying across, and you make your way halfway to the bridge, and you sort of touch down. As you place your feet onto the bridge, it sort of shudders and groans, and as you grab one of the ropes, it sort of sags, but it holds for the moment.
Great. I want to touch off again and like fly jump the rest of the way to the little island. You
rearm your boosters, you flip the switch, and as it launches you up, the bridge catches from the exhaust and starts burning. As you send yourself, you made it to the island, but you look behind you as you're soaring across the water, that bridge immediately snaps in half, sinks into the waves.
All right.
And then you see the water start to froth as something is agitated beneath it, possibly alive.
Great.
You a little bit of a rough landing. The ground's a little soft and muddy on the other side. You slide a little bit, but you make it to the other side, and you're standing in front of this pedestal. And you see a little
And it has
golden
the little
night
piece on it?
little gold night piece on it.
I'm gonna take it.
You grab it, and your hand falls through a hologram.
Motherfucker. I was like, this is too easy. Okay.
You see your TomTom, bing, and that same system message that you've been getting. It's just a little smiley face.
I hate this asshole. Alright.
At this time, you see...
Raven sends back a little frowny face.
You did the little tongue sticking out one. The little comma P. Wait, I can type. I can do this. Boop. There we go. You see off in the distance, about a couple hundred meters to your away, in the forest proper out of the swamp, a flare go up. You hear the same thing over the comms. Lazarus acknowledged SOS flare dropping in. You see him land. You see it land near the flare. As you're sort of like arguing with this person over the terminal, you hear a low rumbling and smoke coming up from the center near the flare.
The flare was like if we were in danger, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not if we found the...
Yep. It's I need help. Everything's gone fucking wrong. Get me out of here.
I type... You good? Okay. As long as it wasn't this guy, I don't care. So I'm gonna ignore that. I guess... Can I, look around my little island?
Yeah, you can look around.
Is there anything else on this little island other than the hologram?
Nope.
Okay... I don't know what to do.
At this point, all of you hear over the comms a garbled bit of static. Attack under live ammunition. And then the feed cuts. And it seems to be coming from where that SOS flare was. You do recognize that voice as the instructor, the one you met earlier.
I do want... Mallory, do you think that Raven and Monkey would have exchanged CompCon ID codes? So, I could text you. With our relic in hand, slightly bloodied, I do reach out to Raven and I go, got mine, how are you?
Raven's like, got played, alone and on an island. LOL.
I send Raven a ping to our location. I don't ask Nemesis. I just send Raven a ping to our location, and I'm like, meet up. Maybe we can. We've got a +1 too who needs a relic, so maybe we can hit y'all up. What'd you say, Alan?
No, I was just agreeing that we do in fact have a +1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm like, maybe we can help. Meet up. We're going to the SOS.
Wait, so this guy, while I'm having this conversation with Monkey, this other guy is messaging me?
Yeah.
Can I hack him? I'm done.
You can try.
Fuck this guy. Leave me alone.
Roll me a hack check to hack.
Hey, big rolls, big money, big money.
You distract him with a quick message, and you start looking through his system processes. Easy, you're on a local network.
Can I see where?
Yep.
I want to know where he is, and I also want to disable, if possible, his ability to message me.
Yep. You get through the firewall. his initial basic security layer that all the Comptons have. And you're looking at this, he's like, his location is actually really close to where Monty was. Or her, or them. You don't actually know who it is yet. But really close to where Monty was.
This is almost certainly a man. No woman would message me like this.
You go to push further, and you see a custom-built security program. Not professional, but very in-depth, homemade antivirus software immediately block you. And you get a couple... Your terminal is immediately flooded with little smiley faces.
I hate this. But also, I know that this isn't the time or the place to get in this little petty back and forth.
You
So
did like a meme with the white text, and it's just says it's like some sort of animal, and says you're pretty good.
Fully ignoring this guy, I am so irritated. Can I like jump halfway and then try to swim the rest of the way with the breathing underwater thing?
Yep. Easily
off the island.
Splash down, you start swimming. Whatever is in the water seems to have been put off by the explosion and has retreated since back into the water. So you easily make it back across.
And then I want to make my way to Galvini.
Okay.
But here's my thing.
Yes.
Is this are we like, because there's more of us than there are relics, are we like also trying to take each other out? Is this like a fourth wing situation?
A little bit. You need a partner.
Okay.
And you need a relic. That's all you need to get into the
Okay, so then I would like to move like stealthily.
Okay.
So as not to make a target of myself.
I'll say you do so. You don't have too many issues. You're 5'1". Nobody really notices you. You also don't notice too many people out and about, which is interesting. Garrett, are you responding to the distress call, or are you going to split off and do your own campaign?
Actually, I have
Dale, what's up?
Actually, yeah, I've spent the last 30 minutes writing my own Lancer campaign. See y'all later.
Okay,
No.
Let's see you guys.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna.
I'm sorry.
Make my way. I'm gonna make my way out of the ship and start heading towards that distress beacon. I assume I also got the same like garbled message.
Yep.
Okay, then I'm going to do so as quietly as possible.
Okay.
Can I
Yes.
Dean, can I fix my Omni net that you broke?
Yeah, absolutely.
My hook.
Now that you're out of like danger, you're easily able to fiddle with it, like some spare parts that you strapped it in, you get it back into a working condition.
Is there any, now that I'm able to turn it on, are we getting is there any more information, or is that pretty much it?
Information on what?
The SOS, like.
Nope, that's it.
Got it.
You notice just with your systems expertise that something is blocking messages going in and out. There's a wide firewall net over the planet, which is insane.
I let Nemesis know that, and I text that to Raven.
Text what?
That there's this giant firewall over the planet. Any communication the only communication we're able to have is local planet side. We're not able to send anything out.
Can I send a message to this person who's been messaging me?
Yeah. What do you say?
I'm trying to here's the vibe that I want to send.
Uh-huh.
But I'm trying to find the character voice way of that she would send it.
Uh-huh.
The vibe is are you flirting with me? Are you trying do you want to be my partner? Is that what's happening right now? But Sierra would not say that. She'd be in the most emo, standoffish way possible.
Mm-hmm.
she'd be like,
Oh, what do you want from me?
I guess. Thank you. What do you want? Ew. I don't like this, but I guess, I guess he wants to be my partner, and I'm guessing he has the. Wait. Do you want me to say this, or do you want me to type this?
Either way, you did. I would say it out loud. Let's say it out
Okay.
loud.
Okay.
In case people are actually listening. I just think it's funny to type it.
Sierra's like, which piece did you find?
She's like, you see a white bishop.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna go try to find this guy, because I don't like him, but he does have a chess piece, and I need a chess piece, so I'm moving towards both Monkey and him.
Okay.
But I guess, because Monkey told me, I know that Monkey has a partner, so I can't imagine being tied to this person for this whole campaign. But...
Oh no, my boy's totally cool. He's got shining armor.
No.
Like, don't like him.
I don't think that that's the same person.
No, but I'm telling you, I have a knight with me too. We have a +1 who doesn't have a partner.
But he doesn't have a chess piece.
Hey man, Monkey types back. Listen, man, I'm fixing one of your problems. You got to fix the other one. Like
All right.
I'm doing what I can. All right.
Do my part.
Okay. So I guess Raven's prioritizing, unfortunately, the chess piece.
Okay. You will move this forward. You begin to converge on the same location. Here's what's going to happen, alright? We've got a few minutes left. I'm going to set the scene. You make your way to what seems to be a little valley that opens up into a wide ruin that sort of spans this area. You appear at the south side of this map. If it loads. And you can drag and drop yourselves into the south side if you want.
You see 2 tokens on the map?
Yep.
Okay, and a third actually.
Yep.
Alright.
You see a very advanced looking mech that is currently shut down, standing over what looks to be some sort of Everest model of some kind, very much a student mech.
Ooh.
Outside of the student's mech, you see a body lying down on the ground in a pool of blood.
Yeah. Can we see, like, any identifying features?
Not at this point, in 1 second. As you all converge on the same location, Garrett, Raven, Nemesis, Dom, you all meet up at the south side at roughly the same time because narrativium and plot.
Wait, if that's the case, can I make eye contact with Garrett? Right? Because he's by himself.
He is by himself.
That's true.
Garrett.
Save
Like,
me from
okay.
these people.
did we both sneak into this area? I know
Yeah.
Garrett tried to stay quiet.
Yeah, no, you both you snuck up, so they don't notice you immediately. So if you want to do anything, you can do that.
How I imagine that you're probably stealthier than Garrett is, considering Garrett is fucking massive.
Yeah.
How does that go?
Can I, like... Is this person that's messaging me, like, someone different, or is it one of you? No, it has to be someone different. Right?
It's been Alan this whole time.
It's been Alan the whole time.
Yeah.
Surprise! He's so
He's such
evil.
a bad
Nemesis.
guy. I guess.
So evil.
So
Can I try to hack one more time to see where this guy is?
Mm-hmm.
Or like try to like get a location or like a name?
Yep. Yep. You.
That's a nat 20, Dean.
Yeah. No, I'm thinking. Give me a
Just
second.
in case you didn't see it.
You were able to sneak
I rolled a
past
nat 20.
their firewall while they're distracted. One, you find out their real name is Mina,
Mina.
and then their location is right behind where Munty is.
Where who is?
Where Munty is.
Is it the knight? Okay.
Comrades! This clearing looks dangerous. Allow me to scout it out.
This cannot be the same person.
I go, shut up, hold on. There's something happening that we don't understand.
But
Shh, we don't understand what's happening.
as you wish. I trust in you, brother.
Yes or no?
I feel like Sierra's like, listen, if you want to be partners, it feels like you want to be partners. Like, if you want to be partners, you need to make yourself known sooner rather than later, because I see another guy over there and he's got a chess piece. So, like, if that's what you're trying to do, you need to, like, make moves. Because I'm going to make moves.
You did a little bing, the little response back is like, it's been fun, but I'm good.
Great. Okay. So, I'm going to approach Garrett and I'm going to be like, partners.
Yeah, you probably have to get within like 5 feet of him before he notices you. At which point he like
That's really cute.
jumps a bit. He's like, "Oh, Jesus Christ! You scared the hell out of me."
Is that a rat?
Is that a rat?
Is it-
Rude, Dean. Sorry. Quiet.
You recognize you from the shuttle, right? We both had the
you
had
were
that weird
reading.
experience.
Yeah.
And we both, we were both there when we had the weird head thing.
Yeah. I don't know what that was, but
Yeah, neither do I. So, here's
usually
hoping it
have a
doesn't happen
stronger
again.
stomach than that.
Yeah. What's your code name?
You look big.
I'm-
You look big.
you look big.
Your social skills are off
He
the fucking
is.
chart.
Incredible. Garrett's like, wow, impressive observational skills. Great job.
Wow.
Any other deeper things you want to read into me?
I hate this person. Dean, I seriously am gonna fuck her. I hate this person.
You're gonna fuck her?
Maybe.
How much do
Who
you
knows?
hate this person?
I don't know. Maybe it can turn into like a
Hate
frenemy situation.
Enemies to love.
Yeah.
Text.
Raven is like silent and like pulls out her stims.
Hits a vape. Angrily
It's a
vapes
vape.
in the corner.
Angrily vapes in the corner and like brushes her hair more into her face.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Well-
Silence.
Do you... Oh, sorry. You two were still... My bad.
Sorry, yeah, just to... you're... Judging that we're both moving around alone, I'm guessing you also didn't find a partner yet.
No, you're my partner.
Great. Well,
Great.
good news.
We made eye
And-
contact, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you're talking to me.
Yeah.
Just crane his neck a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah, Garrett says, well, I have
Oh, wait,
great
down?
news.
Yeah.
And Garrett pulls the chess piece out of like one of the pockets of his hard suit briefly before putting it back.
Nice.
And just gives Raven a thumbs up.
Partners registered.
Raven gives him a hit of her stim. Thanks, man.
Thanks, bro.
He takes it, looks at it kind of puzzled for a second, and then
What
just
is
like
this?
very incorrectly takes a hit of it.
From the wrong end.
The wrong
Start
end.
We'll work on
shooting
that.
it.
We'll work on that.
Baby boy, no.
Okay. Hands it back.
What? The party is gathered.
You didn't take did you take damage?
I did. Yes.
Can I
He's a little scuffed up. You looking at him.
Yeah,
some
my heart
Raven-
looks like it has
Frostburn.
been through
The
A
fucking
lot.
Arctic wasteland. And
Raven's like, you want me to and like starts pulling out like
different vapes.
wrenches. No,
This
wrenches
vape makes
and
me
like
good.
tools and shit to like fix your hard suit.
for the
She's
suit.
trying to ask, yeah, you want me to like,
I mean, if you don't mind, just a quick patch up would be nice.
I don't have patch, but I do have,
Hacker fix.
I do have hacker fix, yeah.
I'll say yeah. You
Can
can patch up the suit. You won't gain hit points back, but you do like you did some of the grime and gunk out of the suit, and it's functioning as it should right now. You'll gain 1 accuracy to any. If you the next pilot check you do, you gain an accuracy you can use. Or
Ooh,
not pilot,
okay.
any like yeah. If it's a pilot, not your mech, but your pilot specifically.
Okay, gotcha.
Dean, this, sorry, I should have mentioned this before,
Yeah.
but my sheet isn't accurate.
Okay. What's
It's the old one. We changed stuff in session 0.
you'll have to just re-put the code in, like go back to CompCon, and then re-download the code, and it'll update. So you can just do that at your own leisure.
Okay.
All right. What is the rest of the party doing? You have a body, 2 down mechs in front of you, inside the also you can drop your tokens on the map at the south side if you want.
Got it. Can we identify the body from this distance?
It's a man, you think, with blonde hair,
Hmm.
which could be any number of the students.
So this body here, this
Yep.
dead, this corpse,
Different body.
Came
you
from-
notice another. You see a couple bodies around. Looking closer,
Okay.
there's one.
And then
Yep, one at the foot of that tower, one outside the body of this mech over here, and then you see the downed mech, the priest mech, to the south side of that.
oh, these are 2 empty mechs.
Well, yeah, one is empty. This one, you look closer and there's something viscous leaking out of the cockpit. Probably blood.
Ooh. Yucky.
Can I look at? I have a question.
And
I have a blow something up skill.
okay.
I want to know, like, and this is the way the skill is phrased is that it's using explosives to blow shit up.
Yes.
Can I, like, I don't know, I want to see, like, actually, no, just different question entirely. Are they, like, do we see live munitions rounds? Do we see craters of explosions? Like, what is the cause of death? Like, do we see,
You'd have to
is
get
it
closer
clear
to
what killed these
understand.
things?
You from your
Got it.
like, does each square is I think like 10 meters, or each hex is like 10 meters? You'd have to get a lot closer to understand what's going on.
All right. So I'm gonna say, I want to get closer to see what's going on.
The first mech you see as you get closer is of course the priest mech. You recognize
I'll
by
go
its
here.
markings that it's one of the instructors.
Oh shit. Hmm.
The cockpit is slightly ajar, and there is blood trickling out of the cockpit.
I utilize my ComCon to say, priest Priest Mech, please respond. Mm.
Okay.
All right. There's some
Can I
bullshit
use my
going on here.
investigate trigger
Well, yep, you can try.
to like investigate the scene?
Does everyone else have their tokens on? You can move them where you want it to be. Does this?
Yeah, we don't have our mechs yet, right?
You have
That's
your relics,
still-
you can call them in whenever.
God.
Gotcha.
You can't really tell
This is
anything
embarrassing.
immediately. It's obvious that it wasn't like anything high caliber. Like the damage to the mech looks superficial, and it doesn't look like it penetrated the cockpit. For whatever that's worth.
And it looks like this guy hit this guy. That's
Nope.
that's the vibe.
No,
wrong.
it looks
Okay.
like whatever killed or whatever stopped the priest was. Yeah, the priest was not engaged with the other mech, the breacher mech.
Okay.
It looks like the priest came down to. It looks like the breacher was the one that launched the flare, and the other mech came down to investigate.
Okay. Well. Shoot. Is
Well-
this when weren't we supposed to get our mechs once we got the chess piece?
You can call in your mech whenever.
You can call
now
them
that you have
in.
the chess piece.
In Nemesis, I think. Be ready to call our mechs in.
Yeah.
Actually, maybe it wouldn't hurt to call them in sooner rather than later, so we don't have to wait.
Yeah. What's
I
our
think that's
plan?
a good
here?
idea.
Plan?
We don't
Plan?
know. How did we let them know that we were done?
I
What were we supposed to
I
do?
thought it was the flare, but
You were supposed to gather at the rally point, which is a slightly different location, and then to evac out once all the other competitors have been eliminated.
Oh,
It's
someone's
just
taking
north
the
of this
eliminate part
point.
seriously.
Yeah. But right now, communications are not going in or out.
okay. I mean, should we talk to these people?
Yeah, I'm ready to go closer to the mech whenever we feel comfortable doing so. I'm ready to get up close.
Okay.
Oh, so we can't call on our mechs because we can't send anything out.
I think so.
You haven't tried. But
Can we
you
try?
look at it, and whatever signal is going up or out is garbled and blocked.
Okay. Well,
Great.
Maybe. Cat.
My vote is let's call them in and then go talk, or try to call in mechs.
yeah, and then go talk to the people.
You find that the mech signal is blocked. You try to trigger from your terminal. You get nothing back. It's your compound is sending, but it's not being received by the far side. Something, it looks like whatever firewall was there is blocking everything. And those of you with experience in this sort of thing realize that this is a net of such scale that it's to cover an entire planet is like a vast feat.
Gotcha. Great. Cool. Excellent.
Kitty cat.
Can while I guess before we go over and talk to these people, can I look again for this person that I'm like messaging? Because they should be right here.
Yeah, you
Right?
roll me. This is not perceptive, but roll me to look around.
Just like a flat D20, or can I
Yeah.
use my investigate?
Yeah, you can use your investigate. Fail.
Let-
Fail. 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 Fail.
No,
Fail.
it won't. There we go. Dean, why would you do that?
You have no clue. This person
How?
is so close. It's like somewhere behind you,
That is
but you look
So
around and you don't see
irritating.
anything.
Can I Because I don't know like how they're involved in this. Can I like turn to Garrett and I'm like, somebody's been like spamming me with messages, and I think they're in the area, but like I can't see them. Can you? Oh, motherfucker!
It's not the priest. I didn't realize it would send a message from them. That's cool though.
Well, who are they? A secret admirer?
They're sure acting like it.
Cute.
Cute.
No. Can you do you see? Use your big to your advantage.
I'm going to use my like 16-inch height advantage to get a better look.
Activate periscope mode. You can investigate. You can absolutely investigate.
I'll roll an investigation and see what I can see. This I will use the accuracy that I got from the armor fixing.
Yep. Ooh. Your sensors on your mech and your scan with the flashlight pick up a faint shimmer from the back of 99, like on his back. What are you doing, Missy? Don't eat that. Go away.
So it is the knight.
There's something like clearly cloaked.
I really don't like this person.
Something invisible. Backpack or something, maybe?
Can
I sort of lean over and whisper this to Raven.
Thank you. Thank you for using your big. Can I don't think I introduced myself to 99, but can I walk up and be like,
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Raven.
My lady, your skill on the keyboard is incredible. I am honored by your presence.
Oh.
Monkey kind of like the knight is blocking like your sight line of Monkey, and Monkey just kind of leans back and goes, "No, he's cool, but he's like this all the time."
It is my profound honor to be introduced to you.
I really don't like this. I don't like this guy. Mallory does not like this man. Raven also does not like him, but
What are you?
I'm getting squeaked.
Stop that. There's nothing there.
I'm not looking at anything.
My cat's being weird.
Can
My lady, please stop licking.
Rito, no!
Do I see the shimmer now that Garrett's pointing it out?
Yeah. You can sort of see.
Can I just like reach up and like grab it?
You place your hand on
and
somebody's...
like if it's pull-offable, I want to pull it.
Yeah, you grab what seems to be like a cloth, which you quickly recognize as like a camouflage cloth, and you yank it off.
Okay.
You see that short person garbed in purple and black, sort of hanging off the back of 99, who you now notice is clearly giving this person a piggyback ride.
Can 99 is giving this person a piggyback ride?
Yeah.
I am not proficient in this, but can I punch whoever this person is in the face?
Roll to hit.
Is that just like a flat 20?
Yeah, unless you have apply fist to face, but you can throw hands, absolutely.
I definitely do not. I am not supposed to be doing this.
Ooh.
That's
you have
that's a
to
hit.
jump.
And I say, leave me alone.
You have to jump. And you sort of like ruffle like their hood. You do land a bit of a hit, but it's not a very solid hit. And you immediately see 99 go, "My lady, what are you doing?"
You have a hitchhiker.
You mean Mina?
Honestly, fall over. Yeah.
How?
I guess.
My lady, violence is not the solution. This is my partner.
Your partner and I have a problem.
My lady, perhaps we should save this till after we I'm more than happy to mediate a civil discourse, but there are dead bodies in front of us.
Tell that to your partner.
Monkey, like, looks back and just kind of hisses at the party and goes, "This is not the time for that. Pick a different time. It's not now.
I tried.
It's not now. We're looking at dozens of dead bodies.
Okay.
Not now."
Raven, out of respect for Monkey, is going to let this lie. But it's on.
And I tell you, it's on site. It's on site.
It's on site. Okay, I'm ready now. I just want to know where this person was.
Whenever the party's good to continue, Monkey wants to. He's definitely incredibly curious as to what the fuck is happening.
Yeah, I know we're a
I'm
little
good.
over time, but I just want you to get to the next step, and then we'll call it.
I'm good.
What are you doing, Monkey?
There's not much else to do other than to begin to approach. So Monkey's gonna lay low and approach from this side down, and he wants to get up to the priest mech.
Yep. Once you get past the wall itself, you see small craters everywhere. Clearly, some sort of high explosive was used. As you get close to the mech, the stench of blood and death becomes much more apparent. It just sort of runs down the way to the mech. You see the student in front of you that was on the ground. You see as the body of Nero, the quote unquote
No, shit,
not
that
the
guy.
instructor,
The sophomore.
the quote unquote sophomore from earlier.
Our orientation leader.
Orientation leader,
Yeah.
dead on the ground. There is wounds in his chest, perfect puncture holes from some sort of energy weapon. Very precise accuracy, like one lung, one heart.
Was this a hit?
He was like surgically murdered. Like
Mhm.
this was
Yay.
when you're thinking of minimum effort to kill someone, that's what we're looking at.
What are you chewing on?
I'm not chewing. I would like it to be known I'm not chewing on the corpse.
Carry on.
Yeah, I purport all that info to the rest of these nerds. And I will. So the priest mech has Nero in it. Is that what you said?
Nope. The Nero is on the ground in front of his own mech. His
Got it.
cockpit is closed.
I'm
The
engaged.
priest mech is now closed. Yeah, don't worry about that. That's just
Got it.
you're in
I
range
use
of
my
it.
I use my mag boots to get up on the priest mech and begin trying to pry it open.
Mm-hmm. It takes some effort, but you were able to. This thing hisses open, and you see the body of Lazarus, the instructor from earlier. Same thing.
Shit.
3 bullet wounds, some energy projectile, lung heart. Blood just pouring out of him.
Wait, so is there 3? I'm sorry. I'm just trying to understand.
You have every human being has 2 lungs and 1 heart, and whatever bullet or laser or whatever made 3 exact holes to disable these 3 things.
Anatomy.
And then, are there 3 pilots here and 2 mechs?
There's
There-
like
yeah.
Or
there
each
is
of
another-
these dead bodies?
So you have found 2
Here's
dead
it.
bodies. One of them is in the priest mech, that is the instructor. You see Nero on the ground
Understood.
in front of his mech, and to the far left, farther away, where Nemesis is pointing right now, is another corpse.
I'll approach
So-
the far corpse.
Okay. This is it's it's human. This one, darker hair, sort of darker skin, looks like a commoner of some kind. But as you're looking closer at it, he's bleeding, but his blood is sort of like this pale, sickly blue.
Do I recognize that?
Missy,
Okay.
get down. You're being weird.
But definitely, very clearly dead.
Very clearly dead. You see
Okay.
bullet hole, less precise like bullet holes. This one was not murdered like surgically, but you would have to get closer to see if it was like the same thing or not.
I will. Why not?
You look down at this thing, and this.
I don't have investigate or anything, so
Okay.
just a flat roll
I'll
if you
come
need a
over
roll.
with you.
Okay.
I'll say that I'm also
Right next to him.
Doesn't seem to be human.
You're looking at this body, and you
Ew.
see. Yeah, the wounds do not match what you saw in the other bodies. It's a little bit rougher. Like you see, like what would be some bruising of some kind, maybe a stab. But not like the laser pinpoint accurate bullet holes you saw earlier. And again, the blood coming out of these wounds is like blue.
Can I roll investigate?
Yep.
I don't think I can necessarily help with that. Just stating obvious things. You're like, that blood is blue.
You look a little bit
Weird.
closer. As you look at some of this, it's like clearly not natural. As you look a little closer, not organic in nature either. As you sort of like peel back a bit of clothing, some of the skin comes with it, revealing synthetic flesh and wires underneath it. At this moment, the body surges with a jolt of electricity, and both of you feel a mechanical hand clamp around both of your throats. Target acquired. Proceeding to eliminate. As this robotic
Yikes.
creature comes to life and hoists you both off the ground.
Cool. Are we calling it there?
Yep. We're going to jump right into topic
Okay.
next time.
No.
I was gonna say, I know what I'd like to do, but I don't want to start doing stuff if
Nope.
we're calling it there.
That'll
So
be next time on Dragon Ball Z.
No.
will the heroes get to safety? Will they defeat the robot in time?
Find out next time on Flight of the Valkyries. The name's still being workshopped because I don't know what it's going to be, but it's on the stream title.
Wow.
That's that. Thank you, my little gamers. I don't know how to end this thing. We'll do this next week. It'll be great. I think we're already next week. I'm going to end the stream. Thanks for joining.
9
I thought
a.m.
we were
next week?
not good next week.
We are not.
Oh, no.
Oh,
We'll figure
you're
that out
not
later. Goodbye, YouTube.
Bye, YouTube.
Fuck you too.
Bye, YouTube.
Whoa!
Whoa.
Wow.
Stream ended. Okay. Dismiss.